Misfits and dope addicts are here.
Jenny and Lyndon is checking in
Lyndon.
right away.
Lyndon. Because
on this day in 2020, not that long ago, Little Richard died of bone cancer at the age of 87.
Little Richard. That song first recorded in 1957. Apparently, he recorded it many times, different sort of versions of it, different iterations of Lucille. And it was also, he also did it on Sesame Street, performing a rewritten version entitled Rosita, about the Muppet character of that same name.
Yes.
Rosita. But it's been covered, Lucille, by many people. The Everly Brothers, which I bet is great. The Hollies did it. The Beatles recorded Lucille.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Did
who
he
else?
write it?
Yeah. Deep Purple. Queen performed it. It doesn't say it recorded it, but they performed it. The Doors did a version of it. Waylon Jennings.
Wait, the Doors did it, so it was a moody.
The Doors performed Lucille as the closing track of their London Fog 1966 performance. It is recorded, released as a recording in 2016. Believed to be their first recorded live performance.
Richard Wayne Penniman, born
Richard
in
Penniman.
Macon, Georgia, the third of 12 children.
And what did he call himself, Gina?
What did he call himself?
Yeah, he nicknamed himself the Georgia Peach.
Oh, yeah.
Little Richard, I'm the Georgia Peach. This is Waylon Jennings.
This
No,
is a
it was
different
Kenny.
song.
It's a different Lucille.
Yeah,
oh,
no.
okay, all right.
You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. That's
Yeah.
And this is a song about B.B. King's guitar.
Yeah, these are not.
Lucille. No.
There you go.
Now, is this Little Richard again? No,
Otis.
Who's this? Otis Redding. Is the Doors available? I'm
looking.
really curious.
I'm looking.
Deep Purple did it.
This is in Deep Purple. Who's this?
Van Morrison.
Yeah.
Let me see. Richard.
The Hollies did it. The Everlys.
The Everlys will be a very white version of it.
But good. They were great.
White, but good.
White, but good.
Can't find the Doors.
Yeah. It's probably it's a in a vault somewhere.
That's the Everly.
Paul McCartney recorded it on a bootleg called A Toot and a Snore. Who's this?
This is the Everly Brothers.
I found the Doors.
Send it to me.
I'll DM it to you.
I think it's interesting that people started applauding when they...
Come on, get into it. Come on. It's the Everly Brothers.
Yeah. Okay, that's all right.
And you sent me the Doors.
Yep.
Let's see if we can get that going.
I'm very curious about the Doors version of this song.
It's a live version.
Yeah.
That's the Doors.
Let me get into it.
This is 1966.
Somebody with their with their Radio Shack tape recorder.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting all the room noise in that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Little Richard, he was,
87's a pretty good run.
yeah, he did his final recording of Lucille on an album in 1992 called Could This Be? Little Richard meets Masayoshi Takanaka. Whoever that, I guess he's a jazz fusion guitarist.
All right.
All right.
And I guess Richard liked him. Richard could pound on that piano, that's for sure.
Hey, man.
Sure he could. Well, we could have opened with Starship, Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now.
No, we couldn't.
That went to #1 on this day in 1997.
That makes me so sad. It makes me so sad. Jefferson Airplane was a really cool group. They did a lot of great songs, and then they ended up being Starship. Jesus.
#1 on this day in 1987. The terrible.
Is this Mannequin soundtrack?
Yes.
I thought so. Yeah.
You liked that movie, didn't you, Carrie?
No.
Oh, come on.
I never saw it.
You liked that woman that was in it.
Kim Cattrall? No.
No.
Yeah. That's
I see, there's some.
You're thinking of
I
something
think
else.
you're thinking of something else.
I must be.
Yeah, I never saw Mannequin. So.
It's a terrible movie.
Oh God! And this is a terrible song.
We could have subjected you to this.
And it's this guy that did it.
Mickey.
Mickey, whatever.
Mickey
his
Hart.
name was.
Mickey Hart?
Yeah.
Mickey Thomas? Mickey Thomas.
One of the Mickeys.
They hired him to, and he just ruined the band.
Well, they had hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So you can't,
They made money, so
Yeah.
You would deny Starship money, Bill?
no.
I would not deny Gracie Slick some dough.
She earned it.
She earned that dough.
Sure. She's got to feed America,
Yeah.
her kid.
China.
This has been Farting Around
she have a
with Carrie,
kid named
Bill, and
America
Gina
as well?
on X96, Radio from Hell.
Gonna make me look up Grace Slick.
All right, we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and do check-ins. 877-602-9696 is the number to call. Make sure that you do that because I'm really not awake today. I can't wake up, so call and wake me up, okay? Remember, introduce yourself and where you're from. Hi, I'm Bill of Ogden, or I'm John of South Salt Lake. 877-602-9696, or you can text us if you like, 33986.
She has China and Gareth and Alexander. Maybe you thought Alexander was
No, I
American.
thought there was an America in there, but
No, sorry. All right, let's begin the check-ins. 877-602-9696. Harmon's for Mother's Day.
you betcha. Harmon's brighten your Mother's Day with a little help from Harmon's this year, or a lot of help from Harmon's. You could just go down the list. Get Mom like one of everything that Harmon's is featuring for Mother's Day. Order some flowers online. You order them online and pick them up in the store.
Or you could just, they have a great selection that's there in the store already.
You can get cinnamon rolls in a pastry tray, orange juice, fresh cut strawberries in a fruit bowl, a quiche perhaps, breakfast burritos if your mother leans that way. And
I lean more towards cinnamon rolls.
I was going to say for you steak, though, because they got
yeah.
great
Yeah.
steaks there. you know?
Olive Bar, they've got brownies, beautiful brownies, 4 flavors of brownie, as a matter of fact.
I like the salted caramel ones.
So go to Harmon's. Get your mom all this stuff for Mother's Day. Just load her up. You can find a Harmon's grocery store near you. You can go to shop.harmonsgrocery.com for more.
Hicks.
6:19. Let's get this over with.
Well, nobody's decided to check in with us yet. Use the phone, 877-602-9696. Check in with the Radio from Hell show. You can also text us if you like, 33986. Shall we?
The elite aesthetics team at Canyons Medical Center is focused on 3 cutting-edge skin therapy devices for younger, healthier skin. Visit canyonsmedical.com. Go to the services menu for details.
The moon is now moving toward fullness. It is just 2.7% of full. It's a waxing crescent moon. The moon will rise today at 7:01 a.m., today being Thursday. It's the 9th day of May in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2024. It's Ascension Day, which means this is the day that Jesus Christ ascended to heaven.
Oh, okay.
If you're a believer. If not, you could. Alex Arnold did a free solo ascent of El Capitan.
Oh,
so
okay.
it could be that as
All
well.
right.
It's tear the tags off the mattress day. Go ahead, scofflaws. Go ahead. Thumb your nose at authority. Tear the tag off your mattress. It's Butterscotch Brownie Day and Lost Sock Memorial Day. Hold a little service for all those socks that you've lost over the years. And this is the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio, Kerry Jackson. I'm Handsome Bill Allred. That's Gina Barberi over there. I'm sitting right in front of our producer, Katie for short. I never really see her doing the show. My back is to her.
She's making fun of you
almost
right
the whole
now.
time. I know she does. I'm sure she does it. Is Macy here today? Macy is here.
Yep.
Right there.
And the dog Vax. Hi, Macy. And hi, Vax. How? He's asleep. as
Sleeping.
usual, Yeah. All right. He's got to get his energy up. All right.
There's
let's
sniffing to do later.
That's
There is.
right. Mm-hmm.
877-602-9696 is the number to call to check in. Text check in at 33986. Let's see. Good morning. Mark in the middle. You read my must go yesterday about not getting a shout out. I got a shout out yesterday, so now you're going to give me another one. It works. It really works.
See?
Austin, lean to the left, Larry here from North Ogden.
Of North Ogden.
Of
Larry.
North Ogden. Let's see. HVAC helper Scott from Orem. I-15 clear. Have a good Friday, part 1.
Thanks.
Meshach of Erda checking in. Dale of Clearfield here after 13 years with Lifetime Products.
Yeah. What is Lifetime
It's
Product?
they make sporting equipment and
okay.
picnic tables and stuff.
It says, today is my last day.
up in Davis County.
I start U.S. Cold Storage Wednesday. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Let's see. I'm the passenger. Let me just address this quickly. When you text us, you will get an automatic reply.
Yeah.
It's automatic that says, don't text and drive.
Yeah.
You're talking back to a robot.
A bot.
Yeah. I'm the passenger.
Yeah.
Don't need to tell us that.
Okay.
Let's go to line 1.
All right, let's go there.
Hello. Hello.
This is Lance.
Who is this?
Morning, it's Lance of Vineyard.
Lance of Vineyard.
Lance of Vineyard. And what's up with you today,
I
Lance?
almost pronounced it correct in Vineyard. But I was curious to know. I haven't caught every bit, and I usually catch the podcast. But if any of you caught the Howard Stern Biden interview,
I loved it. I recommend everybody go listen to it.
yes, and they said that they're going to put it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
They put parts of
like
it.
the show was going to put it out there for everyone to see, because I feel like our listeners have come around, but
Mm-hmm.
it's simple to see. It takes not but 3 to 5 seconds to see that this man is
It's a good man.
for the betterment of the people
Yep.
and not himself.
Yep. It's
Oh,
a good.
but Lance,
and-
he's old, though.
It's a good interview because it's a lot about him as a person.
He's
It's-
already done everything he can for himself.
Yeah.
Now he's giving back.
Yeah.
He's,
Right? Yeah, I guess that's the privilege of being old. Howard made a good point of, like, he likes to look at the president of our country as like the father of our country,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather the father of your country be an old man or a clown?
An old
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Simply put.
Thank you, Lance.
Thanks, Lance. Nicely done. Thanks.
All righty, you guys have a good day. Thanks,
too.
thanks for letting me listen.
Let's see. Lane checking in from Morgan. Thank God the weather is turning to summer. Yay, no more snow, hopefully.
You might get a little bit more.
Good morning from Hank. All right. Oh, Hank, Bruce, Henry, and James Dean say woof from Sandy.
Okay.
Sounds like a bunch of dogs.
The cats will say nothing and just stare at you. Happy Thursday. Candace, the reluctant farmer, checking in. Let's see. Farrell.
Dan of Evanston says it's snowing there this morning.
Oh, really? Farrell Fergal from Rose Park.
Are we supposed to get like gale force winds today?
It's supposed to be windy. There's actually a wind advisory for Box Elder County, Cache County.
So it's going to stay mostly north.
But we will have some wind down here in Salt Lake.
Chaperone of downtown Salt Lake checking in. All right.
A Bendigo of Winnebago checking in.
Happy Mother's Day weekend, Lords. Picking up the mothers this afternoon for a long-needed weekend. Tyler, the trash man, checking in. I'm now going to use the snake of time done seen to that in my daily speech as often as I can. Mitch, the finance guy of Pleasant Grove, checking in, waiting for a metal cover of Lucille.
Okay, wait. Keep waiting.
There might be one. We'll look.
Some dude in Rose Park checking in. Just woke up to Bill's voice along with my beautiful smoking wife getting ready.
Two great moments.
Bill's voice and your smoking hot wife.
Yeah.
Johnny B checking in, listening while enjoying some General Tso's chicken for breakfast.
All right.
Chef Roy of downtown checking in. Good morning. Ryan the Tinner checking in, watching you on live. I'm wondering if Gina has served in the Navy, question mark.
I'm wearing my Navy hat today. My sailor son Festus is in the Navy.
Her boy is in the Navy.
Yeah.
He'll be home a week from today.
Really?
He's coming home for Jonesy's graduation.
Well, how nice.
When is the graduation party?
Next Sunday.
And I don't think I can.
Your birthday.
I don't think I can make it. I can't. Where is it?
I'm not going to say.
Oh, wait, I've got the invitation. It's at a restaurant, isn't it? Yeah, I can come.
Quaid, happy Mother's Day weekend, Lords. Let's see, Sabrina from Tooele. I've been listening to you guys since I was little. I'm currently getting ready to go compete at a 3-day horse show.
Oh, fun.
Let me just ask you this. Dressage?
I used to do those.
Jello salad Annie. I'm doing homework today. Yesterday I accidentally said potato salad Annie. Well, either works.
It depend on the day.
Yeah. Metal Shop Mark. Right Wing Wade checking in.
How are the roads? Wade usually tells us how the roads.
Now, Tim the Tree Guy.
Now I want some potato salad. Or potato salad.
Angela, Jana, and Phil from Tooele listening while doing a stupid work thing.
We're doing a stupid work.
Chapel Roan of Missouri here. Joe Dirt checking in. We're making asphalt today. Asphalt plant is up and running.
Good.
I like the smell of asphalt.
I kind of do too.
Anyway, traffic, Gina, please.
Right now we just have utility work. Eastbound 5th South 13th East. The two right lanes are closed there. That's kind of making for things difficult through Sugar House area. That's all that UDOT's reporting. You can report things too, even if you live in another state. I don't care. I'll say it. Let us know how traffic is wherever you are. Text us at 33986. Utah First Credit Union's personal checking, where every feature comes standard. Learn more at utahfirst.com.
All right, we're going to take a break, play you some messages and a song, and right after that, you're going to get, in the same break, Big Boy News and Opinioendo. And Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine, our Dead Celebrity Game. We'll explain how to play, what you'll win, all coming up. Stand by.
And now, a morsel of murder with Gina Barberi. Radio from Hell on X96.
So, of course, we're in the middle of the trial for Lori Vallow Daybell.
Murder?
Yesterday at the trial, they talked about the kids and how they were killed. Well, they tried to.
They tried to?
What do you mean?
Well, JJ, they could tell he was asphyxiated.
Yeah, because there was a
bag,
plastic
yeah.
bag over his
Yeah.
head.
Well, yeah.
But
Jeez.
Tylee,
The teenage girl.
such a mess, and in so many different parts, and in
Really?
so many
What?
different stages of decomposition
What?
and burned.
Wait. Can you detail what that means exactly?
She was cut up
Okay.
and disposed of in different places and burned. The autopsy was inconclusive what actually caused her death because it was such a mess.
Murder caused it.
Yes. So that was just the trial yesterday. But this other interesting side note popped up yesterday too, and I'll thank our friend Ivy for alerting me to it. So Lori's brothers.
By the way, this just goes to show Ivy knows everyone.
Yes, she does.
Yes.
She knows everyone.
So Lori's brothers. So there's Alex. Alex is the crazy brother that killed one of her husbands and likely helped kill the kids.
Now, wait. Is he in jail for killing one of her husbands, or
No.
is he allegedly killed one of them?
No, he's dead.
Okay. So we don't... I mean, he
And
was never
here's-
charged with
No, because he died mysteriously and he's been cremated.
Mhm.
So that we will never know, maybe,
Mhm.
unless Chad confesses at his trial that, oh, yeah, her brother helped me kill the kids, which is what I think happened. So that's Alex. Then there's Adam, another brother of Lori's.
Okay.
It's a big Mormon family.
Lori Vallow Daybell's brother was investigated in 2007 in the death of a woman who participated in a radio contest he hosted but was never criminally charged.
Oh.
Adam Cox,
Radio scum.
Yep.
who goes by the names Lucas and Bo Nasty,
Mhm.
was one of the hosts of the Morning Rave on KDND-FM in 2007.
That's Sacramento?
I think so.
I think it was Sacramento.
When the station held its Hold Your Wii for a Wii contest.
you could
Remember?
you could win a Wii of one of those video game things.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Now, he wrote a book about this called My Crazy Radio Life, which we should all probably pick up
Yeah.
a copy
No,
of.
I don't.
January 12th, 2007, the stunt involved contestants drinking large amounts of water and then attempting to hold it without vomiting or urinating. The person could hold out the longest would win a Nintendo Wii. Of course, drinking large amounts of water in a short period of time can lead to a dangerous imbalance in electrolytes and
And
water
did.
intoxication and be fatal.
It was.
In his book, Cox does not name the woman who died in the incident, but she was Jennifer Lee Strange, a California mother of 3. She died of acute water intoxication. Her body was found hours after the contest. Cox and 9 other radio station employees were fired for the incident, but never charged criminally. They made jokes on the air about her distended belly, saying she looked pregnant during the contest. This is what it feels like when you're drowning. There's a lot of water inside you, Cox said. Strange told the host her head hurt, according to the document. Cox wrote in his book that he learned of Strange's death in a phone call from his boss on the day of the contest. So he was fired, and he said, I've had a hard time finding work since then.
Well,
because,
yeah.
you know, you kill your listeners. By the
Well,
way,
he didn't apply here.
by the way, her family was awarded $16.5 million by a California jury that was paid by the broadcast company that he worked for.
I'm not going to pay $22 for that book. I'm sorry.
No.
It's just not happening.
I'll check it out at the library.
Radio scum.
He has since found work at other radio stations, and I did a little
Oh, he has?
digging. He's not at a radio station, but he does a like a DJ your party kind of DJ.
Oh, yeah. That's who you want coming to your party.
Down in St. George is where he does that. But he is listed as among the 48 potential witnesses the prosecution could call in the case against his sister Lori.
Oh.
So he might pop up. Yes?
Ivy knows everyone and
Of
knows
course she does.
everything.
Of course she does.
He is now a DJ in St. George.
Yeah.
He works on Planet 105.1.
Here's what his bio says for there. DJ Lucas, a.k.a. Adam Cox, is our celebrity DJ. He's been on-air radio personality for over 30 years from New York to California. He can really bring the party with his extensive music knowledge and his awesome abilities at the mic. He just recently relocated to St. George to be part of Planet 105's morning show and joined the Festival Sounds team, but he's had years of DJ experience with events all over the country. He even has his own book. Click here to buy it.
Now,
he's had listeners die on his contest.
Now, this is all not to suggest that he is in any way involved in any of this stuff that's going on in Idaho.
No. This is just, it's a side note.
This is adjacent.
It's a radio scum side note. And I believe when that a we for a we thing, I don't know if that was a boner that we did or just a story we did, but we covered it.
We talked about it a lot.
Well, you remember there was a whole seminar about it at one of our radio conventions.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he or his partner talked at that.
Yeah.
So this is how we went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened.
And as I recall, everybody in the audience was like, "You idiots."
I mean, as I recall that now, they were. If it might have been both of them, and they were trying to come clean. To say, we're idiots. You're right. It was the worst thing that could ever have happened, and we were stupid.
Preston's his birthday.
It's his birthday, that's why.
Oh.
He is 62 today. Dave Gahan is who we're talking about. Let's see, it is 6:37 right now. We do have some big boy news for you right now. Immediately following that, it's Frank Christ Presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine. This is the Dead Celebrity Game. We give you a list of 4 celebrity names, 3 of them fine, 1 of them dead. Pick the dead one correctly. You'll win what?
Tickets to the first annual Classic Tattoo Show and a $50 gift certificate you can use toward a tattoo at the event.
Oh, that's even better. So if you were planning on getting a tattoo, this is a good prize for you. 877-602-9696 is the number to call. Get in line to play Frank Christ Presents right after this. Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by
High Country e-bikes. Save up to 60% off retail prices on a huge selection of high-quality brand-name e-bikes at High Country e-bikes. Visit highcountryebikes.com.
Well, the preservationists are looking to save Marilyn Monroe's home in Los Angeles. The fans and conservationists celebrated when the Los Angeles Cultural Heritage Commission recommended landmark status for Marilyn Monroe's home, crucial steps saving the residence from being demolished. The new owners of the Brentwood property, though, are less ecstatic. They wanted to tear it down. They've sued the city of L.A. to demolish the home, claiming that city officials acted unconstitutionally in their efforts to designate the home as a landmark and accusing them of backdoor machinations in trying to preserve a house that doesn't meet the criteria for status as a historical cultural monument. The lawsuit comes from heiress Brinna Milstein and her husband, reality TV producer Roy Bank, who bought the Spanish colonial-style home last summer for $8.35 million and immediately laid out plans to tear it down. They owned the house next door, and they hoped they could combine the two properties to expand their place into a huge.
Oh, I see.
Monroe bought the house in 1962 for $75,000. She died there 6 months later after an apparent overdose at the age of 36. The phrase "cursum persifico," Latin for "the journey ends here," was adorned in tile on the front porch. Though its origin, whoever did it, it's a mystery why whoever did it.
Interesting.
An aerial view. Let's see. Fans and conservationists claim the residence is part of Hollywood history and a physical reminder of Monroe's legacy. Milstein and Bank disagree. Their lawsuit claims the home has had 14 owners since Monroe's death, has been substantially altered, over a dozen permits issued for various remodels over the last 60 years. There's not a single piece of that house that includes any physical evidence that Ms. Monroe ever spent a day in the house. Not a piece of furniture, not a paint chip, not a carpet, nothing, the lawsuit says. Except, there's that tile, though, with that inscription on it. So don't know where that's going to go yet.
That'll be interesting.
Let's see. And Frankie Valli, he just celebrated a birthday, I believe, 90 years old. Four Seasons singer, Frankie Valli, has been granted the legal order of protection by a judge in Los Angeles. The restraining order will expire April 29, 2027.
If he's still around.
4 days after the restraining order was granted, Valli received his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His wife, Jackie Jacobs, and his twin sons, Emilio and Brando, were there to support him. "This is a highlight of my life," he said. As previously reported, though, Francisco, his son Francisco, was absent from the ceremony, and he's been accused of threatening to kill his father.
Geez.
Well,
he allegedly owes his brother tens of thousands of dollars and has spent time in jail after an arrest for drug possession. The restraining order reportedly says that Francisco cannot contact his father or his brother Emilio. He must stay at least 100 yards away from their homes and workplaces. That's kind of sad, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Let's see. A vigil is being held today for, was last night, I think, for Sergeant Bill Hooser, the fallen officer who was hit and killed by a semi-truck. Hooser was assisting a Utah Highway Patrol trooper on a traffic stop early Sunday morning on I-15 when the truck drove off, then turned around, came back, and ran him over. The suspect was finally captured, 41-year-old Michael Aaron Jane. I don't know if he's been charged yet, but he will be charged with murder, I'm sure. The vigil was organized by the Utah County Fraternal Order of Police, and it was at Centennial Park in Santaquin. Speaking of crime, let's go to the crime desk. Is there news from the Daybell trial, Gina?
Yeah, it was a yucky day because they were showing autopsy pictures.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the kids.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you the details of those.
None of the details?
Well,
one little detail.
And there were jurors that were crying and wiping their eyes.
I'm just kind of morbidly curious what was left of them.
Well, I can tell you that Tylee was delivered in multiple bags. I'm always curious. Like, I wish I could have watched it because I want to see what Chad looks like when they're showing these pictures.
I think he's the picture you always see of him. It's a profile picture. He's the most slack-jawed, weak-chinned person I've ever seen, and I bet he just sits there like a lump.
Yeah, So there was that icky stuff, and then there was some more testimony about cell phone records from the day. Charles Ballo, that's Lori's second husband, who was shot and killed by her brother, which is a totally separate thing. But just interesting because the story with that is, he was being aggressive, and Lori's brother shot him in self-defense. Mm-hmm. The cell phone records are very curious, though, because apparently, so picture this: you're in your house, your husband is being threatening, your brother comes to your defense and shoots him, and then you go and get in the car and you go to Burger King and get breakfast, and then you go to Walgreens and buy some flip-flops, and then you come home and call 911. Isn't that the order of things where you would do?
Wow.
Because and the time, they can tell the exact time she's at these places.
Exactly.
So those were the two things from
Crazy.
yesterday.
Let's cleanse the palate with this. The Salt Lake County Animal Services is looking for people who want to foster pets, and it's kitten season. They have 4-week-old kittens at the shelter that need bottle feeding.
Tinies.
So if you would like to go and feed baby kittens, just get a hold of Salt Lake County Animal Services. Baby kittens need feeding, all right? As he campaigns for re-election, President Joe Biden is hoping to put more focus on programs that help pay for both child care and elder care. He wants to help us, ladies and gentlemen. He
Isn't
talks
that
about
nice?
things like this. Addressing the steep costs of caring for the young and the old are a renewed focus of his administration and his campaign, according to administration officials who characterize them as unfinished business. Families need to scrounge around for child care, and they make those hard decisions about whether they can really have everyone working in the family or not, President Biden's domestic policy advisor Neera Tanden told the AP. The administration is pitching federal funding as a much-needed boost for the caregiving economy, proposing hundreds of billions of dollars for paid family leave, subsidized child care, preschooling for every child, and home care for the elderly. Not one mention of building detention camps for immigrants.
All of those things are so important.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you would think conservatives who want you to have a bunch of kids
They're pushing it.
would be all for having better child care available for all these kids you want.
Listen,
people
I'm
to
telling
have.
you, Republicans, if you have more kids, we're going to have to build bigger detention camps. That's all. President Joe Biden on Wednesday also laced into Donald Trump over a failed project in the previous administration that was supposed to bring thousands of new jobs into southeastern Wisconsin, and he trumpeted new economic investments under his watch that are coming to the same spot. That location in the battleground state of Wisconsin will now be the site of a new data center from Microsoft, whose president credited the Biden administration's economic policies for paving the way for the new investments. So Biden is going there. He was there talking about a new Microsoft center on the same site where Trump's Foxconn project
That never happened.
totally failed.
Yep.
By the way, it does appear that Donald Trump will be ditching his son Barron's graduation for a fundraiser. He got the day off. I think it's on the 17th. But he's actually scheduled to attend a fundraising dinner in Minnesota. Now, he could conceivably go to the graduation in the morning.
Carrie said the graduation's
No,
at night.
we found out
It's in the morning.
that was misinformation.
Oh, okay.
The graduation. There's
he can
enough
do-
time that he could hop. He could go
could
to the
do it.
graduation, hop on a plane, and make it to his
Okay.
fundraiser.
Yeah, he could.
Instead of spending the day with him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And Oscar Mayer has introduced its latest invention or innovation, stuffed hot dogs. They come in flavors of they're stuffed with jalapeno, cheese, and what's the other one? Chili cheese, jalapeno cheddar, and just cheese. Jalapeno cheddar or cheese or chili cheese. So look for those in your store. I'm going to get some.
Sports, weather, traffic, and in the sports, all anybody is talking about is this damn hockey team.
So they finally put up the survey where you can vote on the name of the NHL team. And there's more names here than we originally thought. I'll run through them
Okay.
for you.
All right.
There are 20 names.
20.
Utah Glaciers,
No,
Utah Mammoth,
no,
Utah Caribou.
no.
No,
Do we have caribou here?
Yeah,
I guess.
Utah Powder,
no,
Utah Squall,
no,
The Squall?
no,
Utah Ice.
no.
Are you going to like any of these? Utah HC Hockey Club, Utah Freeze,
No,
Utah Frost,
no,
Utah Hive. Bill, you should like that one.
no,
No?
no.
How about the Utah Swarm?
Hives are like little bumps on your skin. I don't.
You're a bee guy.
Yeah, but they're also little bumps on your skin. I've got
Swarm.
hives.
Swarm is closer to bees.
Yeah.
The Utah Mountaineers.
No.
No.
Utah Venom.
No.
Utah Canyons.
No.
No.
Utah Yeti.
No.
No.
Utah Black Diamonds.
What?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Utah Outlaws. That's the one I like.
No.
Utah Fury.
No.
No, that's too close to furry. Maybe we
No,
better
we
not.
can't do that. Utah Blast
No.
The blast?
or the Utah Blizzard.
No.
Now you can.
Lunging weasels.
It's not on the list, I'm afraid.
Spotty sprinkles.
Now you can go and vote, and you can vote for your 4 favorites.
sister wives.
The Infiniteam.
This upcoming season, it won't be for this upcoming season. That's too close a turnaround. For
The polygamists.
So on the jerseys this next season, it'll just say Utah on them, just for this.
It'll
season.
say Utah on them.
It'll just say
Utah
on the jerseys.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So whatever is determined to be the name won't be until the following season. So
Yeah, it's interesting that it's the Utah team, but Salt Lake's paying for it.
yeah, yeah, it's not the Salt. Yeah, none of these are the Salt Lake whatever. It's the Utah whatever. Speaking of hockey, let's see. Yesterday, the Canucks over the Oilers 5-4. Vancouver leads that 1-0. We have the Panthers over the Bruins. That series is tied at 1 apiece. In the NBA playoffs, let's see. You have the Knicks over the Pacers, 130-121. New York leads that series 2-0. And today, you've got the Cavaliers and the Celtics at 5, and the Mavericks and the Thunder at 7:30. Bill, it's Thirsty Thursday with the dreaded River Cats at the Bees.
I know.
And you can go for lunch.
Hey,
It's an 11 o'clock game.
Oh,
there you go. Get you a hot dog for lunch.
you just start having beer early.
Sure. That's your sports. Weather. So we were talking a little bit ago about wind. So Box Elder, Cache counties, there's actually a wind advisory for those places. Further south, not a wind advisory. It will be windy, though. About, could be 30, 40 mile an hour winds in some places. It'll be warmer today, 63 for a high. 20% chance of some showers today into tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be breezy again and a little bit warmer, close to 70 for a high. Traffic, let me refresh this, see if we have anything new that has cropped up. We've got a crash northbound I-15 6th North. It's off to the left shoulder. Utility work eastbound 5th South 13th East. 2 right lanes are closed there. And you can text in. People are texting in their suggestions for the hockey team name, but you can also text in traffic if you're seeing something, 33986. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, multiple unfiled years, contact the IRS experts, McClure and Stewart. For a free consultation, go to McClureandStewart.com today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the king of the necropolis has joined us.
Oh,
Frank Christ.
makes me sound so very important.
The Grim Reaper, Frank Christ, has joined us. He's here in the studio, and he is as a Grim Reaper as you would appear, as you would see him. The robe, this cowl, the rope belt, the scythe. He's here with his electric scooter to play the game we call Frank Christ Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
Yes, Frank loves celebrities, so
I do.
it's ironic that he's the one who has to go claim them when they die and take them to the distribution center.
It's the nature of the curse.
Yes, which you'll tell us about someday, maybe.
I loved celebrities too much in life.
Ah,
This is
You
my
love them
curse.
to death?
I see.
Well,
Perhaps.
someday the story will
Okay,
be told.
all
All right. Frank we play the game Frank Christ Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
And do we have a contestant?
Oh, yes. Let's see who we have here. Looks like Eric is here.
Hi, Eric.
Eric, how are you?
I'm fine, just fine.
Okay.
Where are you calling us from, Eric?
You know, I'm up here in West Point.
Eric of West Point, are you ready to play the game?
Eric of West Point. Yes, this way.
All right, I'll read you these 4 celebrities, and one of them Frank has taken. The other 3 are...
They're fine. They're just fine.
And Eric, if you identify the dead celebrity, you will win what, Gina?
You will win tickets to the first annual Classic Tattoo Show coming to the Davis Conference Center in Layton, May 17th to the 19th. Over 200 talented artists from across the country showcasing their talent. You'll get tickets to the show and a $50 gift certificate to put toward a tattoo at the event.
I hope you can make the show, Eric, because, that's the same day that Barron Trump's graduation is. All right, here we go.
I have a fundraiser later that night. But I'll try to get there.
All right. These are famous women from Hawaii for no particular reason. Famous women from Hawaii. Okay. One of them is dead. Tell me the dead one. Number 1, Nicole Scherzinger, best known as the lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls. The prominence of her role in the group was a point of contention within it and eventually contributed to the Pussycat Dolls breaking up. Scherzinger also ventured into TV, winning Dancing with the Stars. Number 1, Nicole Scherzinger. Number 2, Hilo Hattie. Loved to dance the hula and sing in the church choir. She began teaching at Waipu Elementary School, entertaining her students with what would become her comedy hula routines. Hilo Hattie is the brand name of a group of stores selling Hawaiian and Hawaiian-themed merchandise in Hawaii. If you want your macadamia nuts, that's where you go. Hilo Hattie, number 2. Number 3, Yvonne Eilerman, singer, songwriter, and actress who performed for 4 years in the first cast of the musical Jesus Christ Superstar. Her performance in the film as Mary Magdalene led to a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actress in a Motion Picture or Comedy Musical. Yvonne Eilerman, number 3. And finally, number 4, woman from Hawaii, Vicki Lawrence, best known for her character Mama. Lawrence also originated multitudes of characters beyond Mama on the Carol Burnett Show. Lawrence became a one-hit wonder songstress, landing on the U.S. chart with The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, a truly terrible song. Vicki Lawrence, number 4. Which one of those women is dead?
I'm going to go with number 4.
Vicki Lawrence?
No, she's fine.
I'm sorry.
She's fine.
She's fine. She's 75. Eric, of I'm going to give you another chance here, okay? Listen carefully.
Okay, I'm going to listen close.
Okay, listen very carefully. Is it Nicole Scherzinger, Hilo Hattie, or Yvonne Eilerman?
I'll say number 2, Hilo Hattie.
Yeah, there you go. Hilo Hattie died in 1979. She was 78 years old. Congratulations, you're going to go to the tattoo show. Do you have a tattoo?
Thank you, guys. Several.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, it's like one big one.
All right. Well, this is a way to add to it. So hang on the line, Eric.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hang on.
Oh, so many celebrities I need to check on today.
Oh, who?
Has anyone seen James L. Brooks?
Oh, the TV producer.
Producer is 84 today.
Oh.
Candace Bergen, 78.
Oh.
Murphy Brown?
Murphy Brown.
Is her brother Charlie McCarthy still alive?
He's a puppet.
Billy Joel is 75 today.
That's not kind, Gina.
How did I miss Billy Joel? We could have opened with Billy Joel today.
Frank, you should come and remind Gina of certain things.
It's not my job.
Oh, that's right. That's true.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Frank. Off he goes in his electric scooter.
I'll have to listen to Billy Joel on my own time today.
Yes.
Utility work 5th South, 13th East. 2 right lanes are closed there. That's going to be going all morning long. And we have, nope, that one's been cleared. So everything's looking good. And you haven't sent anything in via text, but you can if you see something. 33986 is where you do that.
All right, KXRK Provo, we will take a break. We will be back after these messages with some geek news for you. Boner of the Day coming up. Stand by for that. And after we award Boner of the Day, it's Hello, Yeah, What? The innovative radio feature that we invented. Get this. You call us, and we talk to you. And
on the air.
It's on the air so everyone can hear
Yeah.
it. So there you go. That'll be coming up after we award the Boner, so stand by for that. All right, Salt Lake Film Society.
I love Salt Lake Film Society. We were actually talking yesterday about concession stands, and I went to another theater and was confused by the lack of assistance and the lack of great snacks. Salt Lake Film Society
They've
has
spoiled you, haven't they?
the best concession stand in the city. Let's see, this month at Salt Lake Film Society, it's Music May. They have a collection of music-related films that will ignite the music lover in you. I was just trying to look up the schedule. I think Stop Playing Sense is one of...
Stop Making Sense?
Stop Making Sense is one of them. Almost Famous. I love Almost Famous. Amy Winehouse movie. So music-centric movies for the month of May at Salt Lake Film Society. Also, Pacific Island Film Festival, the only film festival dedicated to the Pacific Island communities from filmmakers and storytellers. They have a red carpet premiere on Friday, May 17th. You can get tickets for that at slfstix.org.
X96.
Heather in Springville says, I hope we have some geek news coming up because I know I need some trailers to watch at work. Is what Heather in Springville says.
In Springville. All right. Well, we do have some.
Oh,
yes.
good.
So is it sponsored?
Don't miss the super clearance sale happening now at Haster Games. All clearance items are being sold at 75% off MSRP. Select card games, board games, miniatures, paints, and game accessories, all at 75% off. 6831 South State and online at HasterGames.com.
Well, the first thing we have for you is not a trailer, but it is a visual. So I want you to go to x96.com/live.
Okay.
And get a first look at your new Superman.
Okay. Where is he?
He'll be coming around the mountain here.
He's going to be on the screen soon.
There we go.
Okay.
Can't really
Hi, Superman.
Can you zoom in on it?
He looks.
This was posted on James Gunn, his Instagram.
Okay.
And this is not only the first look at the actor, but the first look at the actor in the suit, really. That's the important thing. David Corenswet is his name. Yeah, exactly. He's an unknown.
Cornsweat?
Corenswet. He's British.
Oh, well then, it's okay.
And this is your first look at the costume. And,
he's got some nice big boots.
Yeah.
Red boots.
He has nice big boots.
And that's what the internet did with this, was they photoshopped him into, the aisles of a Payless shoe store.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
a
that.
weird.
Those are kind of kinky boots.
It's a weird.
No, it's the whole idea is this looks like a job for Superman.
Oh, so he's going to work?
He's going to work,
I gotta get on my super boots.
But
is that his cape there?
Yeah, and his cape around him. See?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there it is. Now I can't tell, but I think this is a suit with his underwear on the outside. The red shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's what we got going here. But anyway, of course the internet had their opinions.
And is it Corn Sweat? C-O-R-N?
Sure. Let me make sure. I've been saying Corin.
Is it?
Oh, it's Corin. C-O-R-E-N.
Oh, corn.
Corn
okay.
sweat.
That's better than corn sweat.
Corin Sweat.
You got a bad case of the corn sweats.
Anyway, July 11th, 2025. That's your first look at the costume. All right. Other things to look at here. We got another trailer for Furiosa, which I know you'll be seeing at the drive-in, Bill.
Yeah, it's coming to the Redwood Drive-In.
And
It is.
This is a minute and a half put together to get you to go to see it in IMAX, buy tickets on sale kind of thing. But we get a little bit of a deeper look at Chris Hemsworth's villain.
This is our destiny. You, me. The question is, do you have it in you to make it epic?
Now, some
The great Dementus.
Dementus.
Okay.
Remember me?
Now, some of the reviews have come in
Okay.
for it, from people who have seen it, and they say it's a lot of fun, a lot of great action. It's no Fury Road, but they like it.
We have here.
So it's not as good as...
Yeah, they're saying it's no Fury Road, but they liked it anyway. And I always said when they were talking about a sequel to this, I'm like, how do you follow Fury Road?
Well, and you don't have Shirley's in it.
Well, you got Anna Taylor-Joy, and she looks great in it. But I think this is going to do just fine.
Isn't there some action sequence that took like 3 months to film?
Yeah.
One scene or something.
Yeah, it's one action sequence, and it took them forever.
Sorry, full at heart. There is no hope.
There you go, Mad Max, Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga is the complete title. Let's see, another thing for you to look at, Gina. This is for you.
Oh, okay.
Furiosa was for Bill. Twisters is for you. So this is a sequel to the.
Twister.
God, how long ago was that movie, Twister?
Which I really enjoyed that movie.
Well, it looks like they've got the flying items thing down.
Yeah.
We've never seen.
Because you remember the cow
Cow.
never looked right.
Another cow.
Yeah.
We can save lives.
I'll give you 1 week.
All right, fellas. We got PhDs from NASA, FEMA, and Kate. She's the smartest person I know.
Hey, dudes. This is interesting. Who are they?
It's Tyler Owens. Calls himself a tornado wrangler.
If you feel it. Yeah.
Now, is it a child of?
It is a child of one of the two
Okay.
characters, the two main characters from Twister.
Okay.
She is the daughter.
Okay.
But yeah, it's got way too much country music in the trailer for me, so I stepped away. But go and watch the trailer.
I will go see this. I liked the first one. I mean,
Actually,
you don't have Bill Paxton in it, but
actually, Gina, you know what your assignment is?
oh, that's
Carrie, quickly, I just looked up David Cornsweet.
Yes.
He's not British.
He's not British.
He was born in America. He
is American?
Went to Juilliard. He's from Philadelphia.
Oh, he went to Juilliard. That's why you think he's British.
That's it. Yeah.
He's fancy.
Who am I thinking of then? Anyway, all right, well, glad we have an
Yeah.
American Superman finally. Yeah. All right. No, your assignment, Gina.
Oh, okay.
I love the headline here.
Okay.
One of the most important sci-fi shows of the 21st century is finally easy to stream again.
Okay.
Battlestar Galactica, Amazon Prime.
I have Amazon Prime.
So you can watch.
Yeah.
Starbucks a boy. I can watch Starbucks.
No, this is the good one, Gina.
Starbucks a girl.
My little Katie Sackhoff is Starbucks. I love her to death.
What do you? Well, that's the difference, Bill. In one Starbucks a boy, and one Starbucks a girl.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Apparently, you were not.
Oh, and here's the other difference. Baltar is handsome in this one. How about that?
Yeah.
All right.
John
Colicos
Colicos.
is not handsome.
He's not handsome. I'm sorry, but anyway, Amazon Prime for Battlestar Galactica. So there's your assignment.
Okay.
And let's see, what else do we have for you? Oh, there is a trailer out there for. It's a Lego Star Wars special.
Okay.
Called Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. And the only reason that you should go and watch it is because there's a fan theory that Jar Jar Binks was actually a Sith.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why everything went badly.
No.
So in this Rebuild the Galaxy trailer,
Yeah.
Darth
Really?
Jar Jar
No,
is there.
that's
yes.
a joke, right?
No,
No.
he's in there. Darth Jar Jar is in there. But it's called Rebuild the Galaxy. It's a 4-part special on the Disney Plus on September 13th is when you'll get to see that. Oh, and Katie, you'll be happy to know that Vin Diesel has got a new Riddick movie on the way. Yeah, he's putting it together. You know, he finally got the rights to that character, which says to me nobody wanted that character.
No.
So,
Katie's excited. She's clapping.
oh, and more good news. Michelle Yeoh,
Yeah.
who is finding more work now
Yeah.
than in her entire life,
Yeah, good for her.
is going to be in a Blade Runner TV series
Yeah.
on Amazon called Blade Runner 2099.
She's just gonna kick ass all over the place.
She's going to kick ass everywhere. She is a treasure.
You've got a good commute out there, everybody. I want no complaints unless you see something to complain about. Then you can text us and let us know what that is at 33986. Yeah, the only thing I have is that utility work, eastbound 5th South 13th East, 2 right lanes are closed there. Send me what you're seeing, though, 33986. The Classic Tattoo Show is May 17th to the 19th at Davis Conference Center in Layton. Admission is free on Friday. Visit ClassicTattooShow.com for tickets.
All right, we've got boners coming up. Here are the candidates you will be voting for today. Number 1, that's a bit of an overreaction. Boner candidate number 2. Number 2, I think they're out of order here.
Oh.
Number 2, he can't prove it, but he feels it in his bones. Those illegals are voting, and they're voting for Democrats. And boner candidate number 3, someone please think of the children.
All right. Boner of the day, big boy news, all coming up after these messages and a song. RanLife.com/X96.
Yes, go there, ranlife.com/X96. I don't have to go there because I've had dealings with Rand Life for many years now. I know what their loan officers are like, and they're terrific. But if you're dreaming of owning your own home this home buying season, let Rand Life Home Loans help you turn your dream into an address. With Rand Life, you get some of the most flexible purchase programs out there. They even offer a 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgage with interest rates as low as 3.75%. Yes, I said that. 3.75% interest rate. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Take the first step toward your dream home today. Contact Rand Life Home Loans by visiting randlife.com/X96. That's randlife.com/X96. Turn your dream into an address with Rand Life Home Loans. Now, on approval of credit and restrictions may apply. 3.75% interest rate. APR is 6.970%.
My understanding that we have a list.
I got one right here.
All right. Okay.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
Brought to you by Nate Bargatze, the Funny Tour at Delta Center /Vivint Arena on Friday, September 29th and Saturday, September 30th. Tickets on sale at Ticketmaster.com.
He's very funny. I like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he is not on this list.
I hope not.
Because the list is 10 people who are universally loved, but who are actually jerks.
Okay.
Okay.
I
have a prediction for this list, but go ahead.
And Nate Bargatze is a nice guy who I predict is in real life actually a nice guy.
But you don't know that.
I don't know that. Maybe he is. I haven't read all the way through the list. Let's see.
Okay.
Number 1. The beloved character of Radar in MASH is played by Gary Berghoff, adored by viewers, but according to one of his co-stars, he was very difficult to work with and had a negative attitude toward the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Larry Linville, who played Major Frank Burns, was actually a very nice person in real life, but received mistreatment from the public due to his character's unlikable personality.
Which is why he quit.
Oh, really?
One of the many reasons why he quit.
Because people just hated Frank Burns?
Yeah. He says, I can't get work because everybody thinks that I'm this guy. You know?
Which means he's a really good actor, I think.
And he also said that, where do you go with the character? You can't humanize this character,
Number 2. According to a former restaurant worker at Disneyland, 2 people, Howie Mandel and Bobby McFerrin, they weren't there together, these are just separate incidents, were some of their most awful celebrity guests. And part of the reason is they let their children create chaos and run wild and break things, and they did not try to stop them from doing it. They're one of those parents that's just like, oh, we'll let the kids climb on everything and break things. And no,
it's an unlikable trait, but they're not a jerk.
I've heard that about
that.
I've heard that about Howie Mandel.
That he just lets his kids run wild?
And that he's an ass, yeah.
Let's see. Rachel Ray.
Yeah, I've heard this.
She is very unfriendly, not just to her audience, but to her guests, especially off camera. Nobody likes Rachel Ray. John Stamos. Nobody likes John Stamos. From Full House.
Yeah.
This is like being violent toward women they're talking about. I've never heard that about him.
Oh.
That's a bigger jerk than just a jerk.
Yeah.
Here's one that kind of surprises me. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Huh.
As someone we look up to as a hero, it can be heartbreaking to discover they don't live up to our expectations. A fan of Bill Nye's educational children's show expressed disappointment after personally experiencing his rudeness and difficulty interacting with fans. The fan said, "It's the saddest moment. Don't meet your heroes. He was really mean to me."
What did he do, though?
It doesn't say. It just says he was mean.
Because he's a smarty pants and has, in the last few years, kind of taken the role of voicing concerns of things like global warming.
Which I appreciate. I mean,
Yeah.
I like it when he stands up for stuff like that. And I guess I would say the side note to this is sometimes celebrities, you don't know what they have going on in their life when
Yeah.
you encounter them out in public. They might be dealing with something that they are not in a place where they can be friendly with fans.
Sure.
That doesn't mean they're a jerk. They're just like, I've got some stuff going on, and
Right.
it happens.
I gotta see him live at EDC in 2019 when he introed the festival. It was really interesting.
Let's see. Steve Jobs, legendary co-founder, former CEO of Apple, may not have been as universally loved as many believe. While Jobs is widely regarded as one of our time's greatest innovators and business leaders, his notorious temper and abrasive personality were also well known. People didn't like working with him, I guess.
You're telling me a billionaire was out of touch?
Let's see. Martha Stewart, iconic domestic diva, may not be as gentle and as kind as she appears on her television show. The critic claims to have witnessed Stewart berating her assistant in the harshest of terms, calling them, quote, a worthless piece of S for dropping her handbag.
Boy, it's a good thing Bill's not here.
He'd be standing up for Martha.
He'd be
And,
calling it a list of lies is what he'd be calling it.
It's a list of lies.
And finally, this Beyonce, one of the biggest stars in the world, may not be as gracious and kind as many would hope, according to one commenter who shared their experience working at a restaurant that many celebrities visit. Beyonce and Jay-Z were universally hated by the staff. They were entitled and rude, and nobody wanted to wait on them. When they first started coming to the restaurant, everybody would fight over who got to wait on them. And then after a while, nobody wanted to because they ran them around and didn't tip them very well. So there's just a tiny list.
I guess.
That's how you know people are awful, is how they treat wait staff.
Yep.
Oh,
and that's just not
100%.
that's not just celebrities. That's like people.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're on a date with somebody and you go out to dinner and that person is rude to the wait staff, that should be that should tell you everything you need to know about the person, and you shouldn't go out with them.
I'm surprised that Bill Murray wasn't on
He
that
wasn't, no. Because, he's universally loved and a jerk.
Yeah.
But,
He's an ass from everything I've heard about him.
I didn't create the list. I just read the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the reader of the list. Don't shoot the reader
No,
of the
please.
list.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
Because tragedy. Steve Albini.
Oh, yeah.
Indie rock icon. He didn't like the term producer.
He liked engineer.
He liked engineer, but he was the record producer.
He didn't care for the music business.
The other interesting thing about him is he did not want royalties.
No.
He's like, that. They're the artists. I
Yeah.
just put it together.
He says, pay me a one-time fee as an engineer, and I'll do your record under those conditions, you know. But he, produced, of course, that's his most famous, In Utero, the whole album from Nirvana. He's done a lot of stuff with the Pixies and a whole bunch of different
Got a band, too, of his own.
He was in a band called Big Black. And, there is a Conan O'Brien podcast with Steve Albini, Chris Novoselic, and...
yeah?
And then somebody else.
No. Why can't I recall the name of the lead of Foo Fighters?
Dave Grohl?
Dave Grohl. Well, my brain's spaced. I could see his face.
It's
it was right there.
It's okay.
And Dave Grohl, and they all sit down and they read the letter that Steve Albini sent to the band, to Nirvana, saying, "You've asked me to produce your record. Here are my terms and conditions." And they're rather confrontational.
Yeah. Well, whatever. They came out with something great.
Yeah.
So
he was only 61, heart attack, while he was working in his studio. All right, let's get to some big boy news and opiniondo. But first, boner of the day. 3 news stories. These will be examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior, and you will decide with your vote. Of these 3 candidates, which one is the worst? Which one deserves to be boner of the day for today, May 9, 2024? We'll give you 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, then you'll vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
Hey, can't buy it, gotta win it. A Radio from Hell boner t-shirt.
Number 1 is a bit of an overreaction. Young Luke Hatcher is typically fishing anytime he gets a chance to go fishing. But after a frightening incident earlier this week, the 15-year-old is rethinking about where he casts his line. On Monday, Hatcher and his friend Tristan Smith were hunting for bass at a pond inside the gated Esplanade section of Tampa Bay's Starkey Ranch community. Okay. Then, as they were leaving, the teens were confronted by an angry resident of the gated community.
There he is, x96.com/live.
I was about to ask to pet his dog, and I waved hello to him. Next thing you know, without saying a word, he whips out this knife and starts cursing at me and then chasing us. Hatcher pulled out his cell phone to record what was happening as both boys ran out of the neighborhood. He chased us the first time, and then between it all, he decided to check the mail. He took a mail break, and then he decided to chase us again.
Wait a minute, let me check the mail. Okay, now I'm going to come get
The kids were able to remember that mailbox and relay the information to Pasco County Sheriff's deputies. They also showed deputies the video, leading to the arrest of the man. Now, it is not, it's a gated community, and they don't want people coming in there and fishing. So the kids were kind of, but this is a bit of an overreaction, I think.
Pulled a knife?
Yeah, pull a knife and start chasing. Many neighborhoods often have issues about whether or not people can fish in their ponds. Okay. It's legal in public water, but then there's a question of whether those fishing are trespassing on private property. The Homeowners Association for Esplanade has a no fishing rule, even for residents. They don't even want the residents fishing there. Some in Esplanade say teens have been warned about trespassing before. However, they also say there's really no excuse for pulling a knife on these kids.
No.
Boner candidate number 1, a bit of an overreaction. Boner candidate number 2, he can't prove it, but he feels it in his bones. Those illegals are voting, and they're voting for Democrats, I'll bet.
This is so hilarious.
At a press conference Wednesday, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson pushed a right-wing conspiracy theory that undocumented immigrants, those illegals, are voting in elections. And then in the same breath, he admitted there's no proof. Johnson was speaking about the Safeguard America Voter Eligibility, or SAVE Act, introduced by Republicans Wednesday in the House of Representatives and the Senate, which would require proof of citizenship to be able to vote in elections. We all know intuitively, this is a quote, we all know intuitively that a lot of illegals are voting in federal elections, but it's not something that's easily provable. We don't have that number, Johnson said.
If it's happening, you would have the evidence of it.
First of all, it's illegal.
It's already illegal.
It's already illegal.
Yeah. Johnson claimed the new bill would allow states to track instances of illegal voting and would give them the ability to enforce the law against such instances. But the idea that a lot of illegals vote in elections is a long-standing right-wing myth repeated without proof by people like Elon Musk and Byron Donalds.
And Mike Lee.
Statistics show that fewer than 1% of non-citizens even attempt to register to vote.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So-
my husband and I were talking about this last night. With all the crap that they get, you think they would risk going to the polls with a fake ID
So why
and
do they
trying to vote?
So
They're
why
not
are they
gonna
keep?
do
So why do they keep repeating this myth? Well, it seems to be a recurring pattern for Republicans to scare up votes by demonizing immigrants. It hasn't worked the last few elections, though, and this time around, Trump and the GOP even scuttled a border security bill out of fears that it would be good for Biden, making it clear to voters that Republican rhetoric is merely theater. They want to use fear about immigration to win in 2024 so they can enact more laws like the Muslim ban and streamline deportations.
And
Donor candidate.
they're going to pull this one out.
Oh, yeah.
When Trump loses, they're going to pull this one out.
Yep. Boner candidate.
They're laying the groundwork right now.
Boner candidate number 2. He can't prove it, but he feels it in his bones.
Yep.
Those illegals are voting. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Someone, please think of the children.
Boner candidate number 3 after this. Big Boy News and Opinnuendo brought to you by
Feldman's Deli, Utah's authentic Jewish deli with expanded hours, now open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., breakfast till 10:30, lunch, dinner, live music Fridays and Saturdays. More information at feldmansdeli.com.
Somebody, I don't know if it was some guy in the chat room, just passed this along. On Warner Brothers Discovery's first quarter earnings conference call on Thursday, CEO David Zaslav said the company is now in the early stages of script development for new Lord of the Rings movies, which he says they anticipate releasing in 2026. They will explore storylines yet to be told. The first film from New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers Pictures will be called Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum, with Andy Serkis set to star and direct the feature. Zaslav said that director Peter Jackson and his longtime writing partners Fran Walsh and Philippa Boyens will be involved in every step of the way. Boyens and Walsh will write the screenplay. The deal covers 2 films in the franchise. It's an honor and a privilege to travel back to Middle-earth with our good friend and collaborator Andy Serkis, who has unfinished business with that stinker Gollum. Jackson and Boyens and Walsh said in a statement, as lifelong fans of Professor Tolkien's vast mythology, we are proud to be working with Mike DeLuca, Pam Abdi, and the entire team at Warner Brothers on another epic adventure. Let's see what else we have going on here. Parents, students, and community members were walking through metal detectors at Highland High School during an open house. They were checking them out, weapons detectors, making students, I guess they have them there now, they're in place, and they make students late to class. They complain that screenings are not very accurate, and concerns that the devices provide a false sense of security. These were some of the responses the Salt Lake City School District received when it surveyed teachers, students, and parents about the metal detectors that were installed at West, East, and Highland back in October. According to a survey data a district official presented to board members in April, a little over a third of the students at the high school reported that they don't believe that the weapons detectors increase their safety during the school day at all. About 40% of teachers felt the same way. When parents answered, 46% said that they felt students might be safer with the metal detectors. Leeson Taylor, the district's chief officer of school leadership and performance, told board members that the question was designed to gauge perception of the devices. The perception of the parents is straight on. What you said, it's just perception.
Yeah.
Board member Christy Sweat told Mr. Taylor. But as I look at who's actually in the building, it's a little disconcerting. Let's see. We can go to the crime desk. There's an interesting crime story I know that took place in Spain, Gina.
Yeah. This is a couple. The woman who's missing, her name's Anna Maria Kensnevich, I think is how you say her last name.
Knezovic.
Knezovic. She's an American, And she is married to a U.S. businessman. They live in Miami, but they were vacationing in Spain. So there's video of someone who looks like the husband taking a spray paint can and blacking out the security camera of the house they're staying at.
Oh, okay.
And it's him with a big old suitcase, suitable for murder.
Yes.
Suitable for body transport.
Transporting.
Because she's missing.
Oh,
They don't know where she is. They were apparently involved in the middle of a divorce with millions of dollars on the line. But yeah, you think you're being clever.
Have they arrested him?
They have not arrested him yet. Oh wait, no, yes, so he's Serbian.
Okay.
Well, then put him in jail.
Spanish authorities said they're working with Serbian authorities to investigate the woman's disappearance. He's being held at a federal detention center in downtown Miami after his arrest. So they arrested him back.
When Stephen Cap Perry attended Brigham Young University, he would hear the words of former school president Ernest Wilkinson replay in his head each time he walked into the Student Union building named for Mr. Wilkinson. At the university, Wilkinson famously said, "We do not intend to admit to our campus any homosexuals. We do not want others on this campus to be contaminated by your presence."
What?
So,
when was this said?
Well, that was Wilkinson is long dead.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
The building that was named after him,
okay.
the Student Union building. But Mr. Stephen Cap Perry kept quiet about his identity then. But now, 40 years later, he works at BYU as an openly gay man and says he's accepted by people. And he smiles to think that even though the Student Union has the same name, it's now home to the school's Office of Belonging, as it is called. It's meant to help all students, including those who are LGBTQ+, feel safe and welcome on campus. It's not perfect, said Perry, but there has been some progress. Well, more than 150 members of the Provo community, the LGBTQ community, largely current BYU students and recent graduates who are LGBTQ+, filled the sidewalks in front of the historic courthouse late last month. They came to acknowledge the hurt that continues over their identities, but also the strides they've made at the private school sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The Wilkinson Student Center, they said, is a fitting example of that mix. It's like we take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, said freshman Kate Wickham, who is queer, flipping the phrase to say that the students feel like they're moving forward at slightly faster clip than the setbacks, but the most recent announcement that has them upset, BYU is going to require incoming freshmen to read Latter-day Saint Apostle Jeffrey Holland's controversial speech from 2021, in which he criticized faculty and student members who challenged the church's teachings against same-sex marriage. Holland had encouraged members to, quote, take up their intellectual muskets
to
defend marriage as the union of a man and a woman.
What?
The leader's remarks came on the same day that the school created the Office of Belonging.
So they're going to require
you got to read
people
that speech.
to read that speech.
You have to read that speech.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on. Barron Trump graduating from high school next week, and he's getting into politics.
What do you mean he's getting into politics?
He is. It says here he has quietly blossomed into an engaging young man who has leading conservatives purring over his charm and political acumen. No! He's going to be a Republican delegate to the. He's going to be a delegate to the Republican National Convention.
Melania has a very tall son.
She has a son.
She has a son.
Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene motioned to oust House Speaker Mike Johnson Wednesday. She was shot down. No, she couldn't do it. As a matter of fact, she was booed.
She was booed,
yeah,
loudly
not
booed.
even close to
by her friends in the Senate or in the Congress. And let's see, we got one more here. Which states have the highest sperm counts in the U.S.?
How do we know this?
Well, it's easy. You go around and check them. Male infertility has become an increasing concern in the U.S. in recent decades. Sperm counts decreasing by over 50% in the past 50 years. All people with sperm should be concerned at this moment.
Really?
Said Khalid Kitely, CEO of the sperm testing and freezing company Legacy. We are experiencing a fertility crisis, and large worldwide studies have shown that sperm counts and quality of sperm, on average, are decreasing.
I don't know, man. Kids seem to be everywhere.
The places with the lowest average sperm counts were Mississippi, South Carolina, Oklahoma, North Dakota, and Delaware. I say good.
Yeah, that's probably okay.
At the other end of the spectrum, the highest sperm counts, Wyoming, oh no.
Ugh.
Idaho, no.
Oh, that's worse.
Montana, Iowa, and Washington, D.C. There you go.
All right. Weather, traffic.
Okay, so there is a wind advisory, mainly up north, your Box Elder and your Cache counties, but we will feel it down here in Salt Lake. It'll be breezy today. Could even have wind gusts as high as 40 miles an hour. And there's a slight chance of showers, maybe a spotty sprinkle or two. That wind advisory goes through tomorrow. It'll be warmer tomorrow, 68 for a high. We'll be up in the 70s, quite warm and nice for most of the weekend, it looks like. Traffic's great. I have no accidents to tell you about. Let me refresh this and make sure. Let me check our message stream, see if anybody has sent anything in there. Oh, let's see. Our attorney Ed Brass says there are spotty sprinkles right outside the Broadway Media Skyscraper. He must be over at the courthouse.
Oh, there
Ed,
are.
you got court?
Ed must have court.
It's true, there are.
Let's see. Friend of the program says lots of traffic 5th South near the University of Utah due to whatever stadium event. There's a big monster truck motocross hooky-doo thing there. Westbound 5th South from Guardsman to 13th East is closed due to Supercross. Yeah, a couple people are sending that in. That's going to be going all week. That'll be an issue all weekend, by the way. And Sketchy Blake of Ogden says we need to wish happy birthday to Vic. It's his 60th birthday today. You can text us those things too, 33986.
All right, here's boner candidate number 3. Someone, please, think of the children. When students dive into summer vacation and school wraps up for the year, it can also mean stressful times for parents who have to find alternative ways to keep their kids fed. This summer, almost 200,000 Utah children who qualify for free or reduced school meals won't be able to take part in the new federally funded summer EBT program. Neil Rickard is a child nutrition advocate with Utahns Against Hunger in Salt Lake City. The nonprofit advocates for programs to help feed children and pushed for the summer EBT program in Utah. Quote, it's a federal program, but the states do have to kick in planning and a little bit of administrative funds to make the program function. Mm-hmm. And that's the sticking point, Rickard explained. Apparently, Utah does not want to do that.
No.
This summer.
We cared of children. We
No,
don't care
no,
about
once they're
children.
here,
Which
then
children do we care about?
the ones that aren't here yet.
This summer, the U.S. Department of Agriculture reports 40 states and U.S. territories are planning to launch the new program. Utah is not on the list. Rickard explained that the program would have given qualifying families a card to buy $120 worth of food over 3 months during the summer. $40 a month doesn't sound like a ton, but if you're on the threshold of being food insecure, it makes a real difference for your family and their finances, Rickard said. The program is especially helpful for families in rural Utah who cannot easily travel to locations where federally funded summer food service programs are offered. When the Summer Food Service Program provides free, nutritious meals to kids and teens under 18, it's only available at specific times and locations. The demand for access to free food is only growing, and it's something that Mike Hall, a volunteer at the food pantry, sees firsthand. You would think with COVID being behind us, things would drop off some, he said. He encouraged families to apply for SNAP benefits, but you can reach out to Utahns Against Hunger, and they will connect you with resources in your area. But
so there is a program that pays for most of it. The state just has to come up with a little
kick
bit.
In a little money and do kick in a little planning
to feed children.
Yeah.
To feed children.
Yeah. Boner candidate number 3. Somebody, please think of the children.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
All right. Let's review the first two and vote.
Boner candidate number 1. It's a bit of an overreaction, chasing those kids who were fishing in the gated community, chasing them with a knife. Boner candidate number 2, it's Mike Johnson. He can't prove it, but he feels it in his bones. Illegals are voting, and they're probably voting for Democrats. And boner candidate number 3, Utah's one of only 10 states, I believe, who's not participating in this program to feed kids. Somebody please think of the children.
All right. Time for you to vote for your boner of the day. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Which one of these 3 is the worst? Put that single digit in the message of a text. Text that to 33986. Or you can call Katie in the producer's booth at 877-602-9696. Or go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner of the Day, May 9, 2024. Click and vote. 3 ways to vote. 4 minutes to do it in. As soon as we award the boner, the lines will be cleared out and made way for you for Hello, Yeah, What? That means you can call and talk to us about anything.
Anything.
And it's on the radio. It's Hello, Yeah, What? Coming up. Stand by. 4 minutes. Here we go. Boner of the day.
Speaking of live,
Yes.
I'm going to a concert tonight in Los Angeles.
Okay.
I feel weird about this. I was talking to Carrie
Really?
about this off the air. Yes.
Why is that?
Because I have this job
Yes.
in radio.
Yeah.
Katie might understand what I'm talking about.
I might too if you'll tell me.
So we were on vacation last week and we were out of town, and my daughter Jonesy was upset because her very favorite artist was in town here last weekend. His name is Rule.
Okay. R-U-L-E?
R-U-E-L.
R-U-E-L.
And
Okay.
he's kind of like a Harry Styles, you know. He's a cute 20-something boy. I don't know anything about him. I don't know his music. I don't know. And she and her friends are nuts for him.
Yeah.
And she was all upset that we were going on vacation when he was coming here to Salt Lake.
And so you'll kowtow to a teenage girl being upset that she's missing a concert and pay a lot of money to go to Los Angeles.
My daughter has never asked for tickets to any concert. She's never expressed any interest in going to anything except for this. And I'm like, okay, if he's playing somewhere, this will be like your birthday present or whatever. If he's playing somewhere close and it's a weekend, I don't have to take off work.
See, close to me would be like Provo.
Well, I said, we'll go. And I look, and he's playing in L.A. tonight.
Now, you said, I feel weird about this being in radio. Why?
But I don't know anything about this guy.
Gina, I'm in radio, and there are lots of things I don't know about in music.
But I don't know if his show here sold out, but I know it did very well.
I'm sure. That's the way music is these days. My kid listens to a lot of music and a lot of stuff I've never, and they'll play it for me, and I'll go, "Oh, that's really good."
Yeah.
And so, they sold out the Complex the other night, and I'd never even heard of them. So,
but
that's the way music is today.
I mean, typical, middle-aged mom. It makes sense to say, "Oh, my kid likes this artist." I don't know. I should know this.
It's also why radio is irrelevant.
Well, that's what Carrie and I were talking.
That was the discussion we had.
See, radio is irrelevant anymore.
Yeah.
When it comes to the music industry.
Yeah.
That's not what people don't listen to this show because of music. Well, those alternative classics.
But we have to play a song.
Or at least a song an hour. Well, I for one am glad we're doing that. It gives me breathing room.
So, see, he's
fine.
He's a cute boy.
Yeah, he's fine. A little too precious for me, but okay.
He's the only poster she has in her room. Like,
well,
I just.
Better be careful. There might be some dirty words in there.
but I'm doing the other thing that I also thought I would never do, which is I bought myself a ticket, and I'm going to stand in the back and let,
Okay.
I'm not going to be like up there in the middle of it.
Why
It's
would
not
you?
my thing.
No.
But I never thought I would be that person that's standing
See,
in the back.
I would, if I went so far as to do what you're doing, I'd say, I'm dropping you off at the venue. I'll be over here at the lounge. When the show's over, I'll come and get you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll report back whether it's. I'm feeling like a normal mom. Is what I'm
And Gina,
saying.
being in this business, you could have gone to Todd Newcomb, our program director, and said, Todd, my daughter really likes this artist.
Yeah.
And Todd would say, oh, I know the record company. I could probably get you tickets.
Well, I don't like asking.
Then don't bitch when you don't get it.
I'm not bitching.
This has been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96, Radio from Hell.
I'll ask every time. Because you know why?
Why?
I deserve it.
All right, 7:50. Time to award Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by, I had just a couple of French fries.
That's it?
I wasn't very hungry.
And Gracie's open daily for lunch and dinner, now serving brunch every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday till 3 p.m. All NBA and NHL playoff games are televised in high def. Gracie's is located at the corner of 3rd Southwest Temple, must be 21 or older to enter.
Well, let's see here. The Boner voting, as you might expect. Because the overreaction won. Six people voted for that. 51 votes for Mike Johnson. But the winner, someone please think of the children, 210 votes wins Boner of the Day.
There you go. That's your Boner of the Day for today, May 9, 2024. It's now qualified to be Boner of the Week. That happens tomorrow. At about 9:50, Dave the Flower Guy comes in here and just tells us who Boner of the Week is.
Is it time for Hello, Yeah, What?
Time.
Hello, yeah, what?
It's 877-602-9696. This is where you call your voice on the radio. Questions, comments, criticisms, or jokes, whatever you want. And it's brought to you by X96 has your Mother's Day shopping covered. Listen all week long to Radio from Hell, Artie Fefkin, Todd Newcomb, to win a prize from one of our great Mother's Day sponsors. Plus, enter at X96.com to win our grand prize, one of each daily prize, and a $250 Harmon's gift card. We'll be doing a keyword for that coming up soon.
All right.
So call us now.
Yeah, what?
877-602-9696. It's anything you would like to chat about. You could take us to task about something if you'd like. You could ask us any question you want. You can promote yourself. You can tell us about an upcoming event. Be nice to us. Be mean to us. We don't care. 877-602-9696. That's the number to call. To check in or to do Hello, Yeah, What with the Radio from Hell show.
Now, Hello, Yeah, What is a phone-in feature, but while we're waiting for calls, we just got this text. So 18 to 20 years ago, I pissed somebody off, and they hacked into my email account and sent you guys a bunch of me unnecessary emails. Your listeners had your back 100%, and I was super confused, but by the time I figured out what was going on and was able to reach you guys and make amends, and now I've been listening ever since. So
I wonder what that's
I'd
all
like
about.
to know. I'd like to know more
Yeah,
about
see,
that story.
in a text, I can't ask you more.
Could you either call us or email us with some details about that story? That's interesting. You can email us at radiofromhell@x96.com. I don't remember what you're talking about, but it'd be
no memory.
And if you want to keep it private, email us. Yeah. And we won't mention it on the air.
But
Hello, yeah, what?
So 877-602-9696 is the number to call.
Okay, here we go. What in heaven's name? What you want to talk about?
Yeah, what?
You want to talk about Neil Armstrong, Don?
Yeah, well, I want to talk about Mrs. Armstrong, my second grade teacher who brought us Neil Armstrong. I even got to shake his hand and everything.
And you thought they were
So
married?
I kind of got cut off. Yeah, I asked if they were married. So I kind of got cut off the other day.
Yeah.
And actually, my third grade teacher was a really great lady also, because she took us for a field trip up to Christmas Lane, Christmas Lane up in Sugar House on 17th
Christmas
South
Street.
and 17th East area.
Yeah, Christmas
which
Street.
is really cool.
Mhm.
I still owe her a nickel for the role of Lifesavers, though.
So she
which
took
kind
you.
of
She
haunts
took
me.
you to that great Christmas light display during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showed us her house and everything, and
She
how
lives
they do everything.
Yeah, it must have been very exciting to see that beautiful Christmas light display in the daytime.
Well, it was like a behind-the-scenes type
I see.
educational thing, how they do everything and how they connect them all together. We learned all about.
Hang on, Don.
Christmas
Hang on for a
Street
second.
and all that stuff.
Speaking of lifesavers, when I was out with COVID, you guys got some butter rum lifesavers?
Yes,
we
we
never
did.
we never
still
got
got
any though.
I didn't.
They're in my drawer.
Oh, okay.
Just waiting for you.
I'd love a butter rum lifesaver anytime now.
All right.
Anything else, Don?
Oh, I just wanted to say thanks for the IDK shirt. It's a large, so it's kind of small, but I get to wear it to my open
All
mic
right.
and brag on you guys there.
Okay.
Thanks, Don.
Thanks, Don. All right.
Hello, yeah, what?
This is Lydia.
Lydia, where are you?
I am in Draper.
Lydia of Draper. What's up? What do you want to say?
I have just been thinking long and hard about Mother's Day
Mhm.
coming up on Sunday.
Mhm.
I am a mom of 4 kids that are awesome, and I just think that the best Mother's Day gift that you can ever give a mom is to take something off of her mental load permanently.
Amen.
Think long and hard about it, and what is something that you can do that you can tell your wife, spouse, mom, whoever, like, you don't ever have to worry about this again.
Like what is that for you?
It could be anything from, I'm going to make sure that, for my kids, I'm going to make sure that I get my assignments turned in, so you don't need to check that every single day.
Okay.
Or I'm going to just unload the dishwasher every day, Mom. Like, don't even worry about that. Don't think about that. That's mine now.
My wife
just
says-
take ownership over something.
My wife says the best Mother's Day present you can give me is to stay away from me for a day.
I mean,
that's my thing is like, yeah, moms don't want something for one day. It's nice.
Well,
Don't
no,
get me wrong.
and
it's
I
nice to be showered.
and I have the perfect gift that's not just one day, and it's what every mom really wants. Move out.
Exactly.
Move out. That's what mom really
It's
wants,
time
and it is time
to get out.
to get
Time
out.
to
So,
launch.
Yeah.
yes.
Thanks,
All right.
Lydia.
Thanks, Lydia.
All right.
Hello, yeah, what?
We'll continue after these messages.
Tony and Mark, hang on.
877-602-9696. And, join us for Hello, Yeah, What? Traffic.
Infinity member says traffic from Bountiful down into Salt Lake, right about where the I-80 interchange is very congested and slow. That comes to us via text at 33986. Thank you for that. If you're seeing something, share it with us. That is where you do that. Brought to you by the Stateroom Presents, bringing you music memories. Check out Wade Bowen with Brooke Lee tonight at the Commonwealth Room. Tickets are available at thestateroompresents.com.
All right. Thank you very much. 877-602-9696 is the number to call to participate in Hello, Yeah, What? Stand by. We'll continue after that. Also, Beat Gina on the way. Hotshot Sprinkler Repair and Landscape. Go to sprinklerwork.com. Spring is here. Summer's coming fast. It's raining a little bit today. You probably don't need to water for maybe another week and a half.
I think.
Maybe. And so that's plenty of time for you to get a hold of Hotshot Sprinkler Repair at sprinklerwork.com and have them come out and make sure that your sprinkler system is up and running. They'll get the sprinkler system dialed in for you. So it's easy to book an appointment. Just go to sprinklerwork.com to make an appointment, because if you wait too long, you could end up on a long waiting list for a technician to come to your home, like all the way through the month of May. So set your appointment today. And did you know that there are rebates from $1.25 to $3 per square foot for grass removal?
Yeah, pretty cool.
It's a very cool thing, and these guys can walk you through it. Lower maintenance changes that you can do to your yard to make it more functional for your lifestyle, conserving water and money. They could register your project with the Utah Water Savers to save you even more money. So you could call them, 385-350-7794. Better yet, go to sprinklerwork.com and schedule an appointment.
He's here. He's back with us. Frank Christ, Reaper, Grim Reaper of celebrity souls. And here he is. Frank, you weren't with us on Friday. Now,
you know why.
Well, you had to park your scooter right next to the bed of, was it Glennis Johns?
No, David Soul.
It was David Soul. David Soul, yes. And
Hutch.
Hutch from Starsky and Hutch, yes. Don't give up on us.
Give up on us, baby. and tragedy.
Yeah.
Cindy Morgan.
Lacey Underall.
Lacey Underall from Caddyshack.
Oh.
And Tron. She was in Tron, too.
Frank is here. He comes every weekday unless there's a special circumstance like there was on Friday. Frank is here to play a game we call Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
He has given me a list of 4 actors, precious celebrities. And on this list of 4 actors, 3 of them...
Well, they're fine. They're just fine.
Frank has not taken. But one of them Frank has taken. One of them is dead. And it is the contestant's job to figure out which one of these 4 celebrities has passed. And who do we have?
Adam is here.
Adam, good morning. How are you?
Well, physically, I'm fine. Just fine.
Yes.
Thank you, Adam.
But on the inside, one of Frank's coworkers has already visited me.
Oh?
What?
What happened, Adam?
I'm dead on the inside.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Is there a dead on the inside?
What? Wait a minute. What could Adam...
Not in our division.
What could Adam win here, Gina?
Adam, you could win tickets to see Alkaline Trio March 21st at Rockwell at the Complex.
There, Adam. That could revive your soul right there.
Oh, if anything will, they can.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm going to read you the names of these actors. You tell me which one is dead. Because it's National Coming of Age Day. All of these actors are in coming-of-age movies. Here we go. Number 1, Tracy Letts started his career at the Steppenwolf Theater before making his Broadway debut as a playwright with August Osage County, for which he won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama and Tony Award for the Best Play. As an actor, he won the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Play for the Broadway revival of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. The coming-of-age movie that he's in, Lady Bird, about a girl from a poor family who wants to attend an expensive college. Number 1, Tracy Letts. Number 2, Chaz Palminteri. He was in Bullets Over Broadway, for which he was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Also known for The Usual Suspects, Hurly Burly, Analyze This, and on TV, Wise Guy and Kojak. His coming-of-age movie, A Bronx Tale, based on a play that he wrote of the same name, A Bronx Tale. Number 2, Chaz Palminteri. Number 3, Fiona Shaw, known for her extensive work with the Royal Shakespeare Company. She played Petunia Dursley in the Harry Potter films. Other notable films include My Left Foot, Persuasion, and Jane Eyre. Her coming-of-age movie, The Tree of Life. A man's early childhood memories are paralleled by the creation of the universe. Number 3, Fiona Shaw. And finally on this list, Philip Baker Hall, known for his collaborations with Paul Thomas Anderson, including The Hard Eight, Boogie Nights, and Magnolia. Hall had supporting roles in a lot of films, including Midnight Run, The Truman Show, The Talented Mr. Ripley, and Bruce Almighty. He's in Say Anything, in which an underachieving boy falls in love with a smart girl. Number 4, Philip Baker Hall. Which one of those celebrities is dead, Adam?
I can't decide between 1 and 4. I think I'm going to go with 1.
I'm sorry. No, Tracy Letts is doing very well.
She does fine.
He's fine. He's only 58 years old, but I'll give you another chance, Adam, because unlike Frank, we believe in second chances. Here we go. I'll read them again. Is it Chaz Palminteri, Fiona Shaw, or Philip Baker Hall?
It's going to be Philip Baker Hall.
Yeah, you should have gone with that.
Yeah, you were close.
Yeah. He died of emphysema at his home in Glendale, California in 2022. He made it to 90 years old.
Not bad.
Yeah, there you go.
Good run.
All right, Adam, you get to see Alkaline Trio, and I hope they revive your
dead soul.
Punk rock will do that.
All right, hang on the line.
Oh, Adam had me worried there for a moment.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen Shirley Bassey?
Goldfinger!
Oh, right on cue. 87 today. Actually, I'm going to go check on Bob Eubanks. I have a feeling Shirley Bassey is fine.
Bob Eubanks.
Bob
Go
Eubanks,
get him.
86 today.
Yeah, go get him.
Oh, I'll go take a look and see if he's all right. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
He hasn't made whoopee in a long time. Michelle in Draper texted us, and she said, I want to participate in Hello, Yeah, What from Draper. And I said, Michelle, you got to call 877-602-9696.
These people who text you are really not bright, are they?
I mean,
Hello, yeah, what?
Every time it's something like that.
they're trying.
Well,
let's go to the phones.
Tony.
Hello, yeah, what?
Tony, where are you?
I am in West Valley City there. Thank you for asking there,
All right.
Gary.
Tony of West Valley, what's up?
I just want to call in and try to promote my watch party event Saturday over at Legends Bar and Grill at 677 South and 200 West. I'm planning to get people together to watch the 50th anniversary of ABBA winning Eurovision for the new Eurovision Song Contest.
Are you really?
Contest, huh?
Are you really doing that?
Well, I know that Eurovision's going
I'll be
on.
streaming
so-
it from Peacock.
All right.
Yeah, I'm almost crazy because of a bunch of security because of all the death threats against the Israeli contestants. So
Yeah,
it's a sad
that's
world
going
out
on
there.
right now. I saw that. I have that story here. I haven't done it yet, but there was a woman, an Israeli woman singing, and she was booed off the stage. Yeah. All right.
Because she has what to do with everything? 'Cause
Thanks, Tony. See you
All
later.
right, have a
Bye.
nice one.
Yeah, you
Thanks.
too. Bye.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Sienna. Sienna?
Hello, yeah, what?
From whence do you call, Sienna?
I call from Salt Lake City.
Sienna of Salt Lake. What's up?
First of all, you guys might know me as your cancery friend of the program's daughter.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But just wanted to let people know about the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation's walk.
Okay.
On Saturday, May 18th at the shops at Southtown.
Okay.
I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 3.
Oh, wow.
And I'm turning 17 in a couple weeks. And I'm really fed up with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Sorry.
so annoying. Yeah.
So how do you find out more about the walk and the fundraiser, Sienna?
Well, if you want to go to jdrf.org, you can donate money or donating time by walking at the walk.
Okay.
It's open to anyone who wants to walk.
Okay.
Those are the two main ways.
Okay, and that's on the 18th. That's the day after Barron Trump graduates from high school, you know.
You're going to have good weather on that day, so hopefully a lot of people show up for the walk.
There you go, Sienna.
Thanks, Sienna.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
of course.
Bye.
Thank you. Let's go to Haley.
Hello, yeah, what?
Haley, from whence do you call?
Hello. Tooele.
Haley of Tooele. What's up?
I'm just calling to share some info. I'm part of the group that planned the Tooele Pride event. We've done it for 4 years now.
Okay.
And this year we're getting bigger and better. I just wanted to announce it and invite anyone that would like to come.
When is it?
It's June 8th from 11 to 4,
Mm-hmm.
and it's located at the Tooele Marketplace. We've partnered with a local company, and they're hosting us on their property.
Do you have a parade at all, or is it just a gathering?
It's just a gathering. In the past, we've done like picnic style for the community to just come together and meet and mingle. This year, we're having booths. We've talked with a couple of drag kings and queens, and they're going to come do some readings of little kid books and put on a little like lunch show.
Excellent.
We're gonna have
It sounds
food
fun.
trucks.
Sounds fun. What is there a website or something that people can find out more about it?
There is an event on Facebook.
Okay.
So and it's a public event, so they can just search Tooele Pride Picnic.
Okay.
All right.
That sounds great.
And
Thanks.
that's enough.
Thanks, Haley.
Good luck with it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Let's go to Dan. 877-602-9696.
Hello, yeah, what?
What's up, Dan? Where are you calling from?
Dan from Salt Lake City.
You are Dan of Salt Lake, and what's up?
I am wondering if Frank Christ is familiar with a song.
What song is that?
The song is called The Grim Reaper by one of my favorite bands, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
I've heard some music by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. It's kind of I don't know, how would you describe it? Sort of hippie, psychedelic kind of.
Their thing is they touch on multiple genres of music, and they do really well every time they do it. But psychedelic rock, jam rock, boogie rock, thrash metal,
I know
this
that
song is a hip hop song, though.
I know that Frank prefers "Don't Fear the Reaper" because he doesn't want
Sure.
people to be afraid of him.
Yeah.
But this song it's got swears in it. So.
Yeah, we can't play any of it, so we'll have to listen to it off the air.
So, yeah.
I'd like to know his thoughts, though, if he can listen off the air.
Well, we'll ask him tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
So it's
Okay, thank you.
What's it's called again?
The Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper by
The Grim Reaper
by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
All right. Thank you. Let's go to Sienna again. She forgot to mention something.
Hello,
Okay.
What did?
Hi, Sienna.
You're forgetful, Sienna.
Yes, I am. It's just
Oh, your phone's
See,
cutting
now
out.
you're cutting out,
One more
Sienna.
time. One more time.
Okay.
Sienna?
And we've lost her.
Oh, shoot.
I had.
No, we can't.
Sorry,
Sienna.
Sienna.
You've moved, and
Yeah.
your phone keeps cutting out.
You can text us or email us,
Yeah.
whatever you
Or
forgot.
we'll
to tell
pass
us.
along the info.
Text us.
Hello, yeah, what?
33986.
All right. Hi, my name is Braden. I want to play Frank Christ because I want to beat Gina because she beat me last time. I've been practicing. Okie dokie.
Well, Beat Gina's coming up.
Beat Gina coming up after some messages and a song. A little song I'll be playing on vinyl. It's a 45.
It won't be King Gizzard and the Lizard
It
Wizard.
will not be. No, it will not be.
Or is it King Lizard and the Gizzard Wizard?
It is
Oh,
King Gizzard.
King Gizzard, yeah.
And the Lizard Wizard.
You know, Nick, I think, likes that band.
Let's go to Carol. Carol?
Hello, yeah, what?
Where are you calling from, Carol?
From Sugar House.
Carol of Sugar House. How can we help you?
Yes. So I have a lot of dental problems drinking Diet Mountain Dew for the last several decades. And so my dentist has put kids through college. So then I found out that the U of U has a dental school, and they're really discounted. And so I went, and then they said, yeah, your mouth is too bad.
Oh, no.
Wow, you're too much of a mess, Carol.
Because I have implants. I have like 7 implants, and they don't do implants. So they referred me to another dental, like the graduates.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be as inexpensive, but it's still going to be great. So that's something that people can think of if they don't have insurance or
little
their dental
tip.
insurance.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks, Carol.
Thanks, Carol.
Thanks for the tip.
You bet.
And stay away from the Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Hello, yeah, what?
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for Hello, Yeah, What? Traffic, Gina, please.
Further program says it's snowing, almost blizzard conditions in Evanston. Wow. So not summer not quite here yet. Crash northbound I-15 66 south off to the left shoulder. Crash northbound I-15 milepost 274 in Linden. That is off to the right shoulder. Crash northbound I-15 114th south. That's milepost 292. And we got a crash northbound I-15 SR92 exit milepost 284. So we were having a good morning, and then we got a bunch of stuff happening all at once. If you see something, you can say something and text us, 33986. Don't miss the super clearance sale happening now at Haster Games. All clearance items are being sold at 75% off MSRP. Select card games, board games, miniatures, paints, and game accessories, 75% off. 6831 South State and online at HasterGames.com.
All right. Thank you very much. Beat Gina coming up after these messages. What do we what do we have for a prize?
Lagoon tickets.
Lagoon passes. Nice. Easy to play and win. 877-602-9696. That's the number to call to get those Lagoon passes. Just play Beat Gina, and you will win. It's easy. Stockton 12 Honda.
Yeah, Stockton 12 Honda, your neighborhood Honda dealer. They're out there in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. I believe it's even called Auto Mall Drive. It's what is it, the 90th South exit off I-15, and then you just make a right turn and drive all the way down, and you'll see Stockton 12 Honda. They're having a big Memorial Day sale. They'll be all 3 days, Thursday, or 4 days, I guess, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. I'll be there on Saturday from 11 to 1, I believe it is. All kinds of prizes that day. But I think on all of those days, they'll have barbecue, free car washes. You can shoot hoops for great prizes like baseball tickets and gift cards to local shops. And remember, Stockton 12 Honda has a huge inventory of new and certified pre-owned Hondas and great discount pricing. Stockton 12 Honda, I bought a couple of cars from them. They're terrific people. Stockton 12, Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy.
Well, I don't know. I was looking at my board and my papers here. Chainsaw Guy, what are you doing in here?
Well, didn't Bill run into you yesterday?
Yeah, well, yeah, he did. He was, listen, let me tell you what's happened to me.
What's going on?
Well, you know, I have my most work at Halloween, of course.
Yeah, sure. You're the guy at the end of the haunted house that chases you out with, brandishing a chainsaw.
And a hockey mask.
Yeah, I'm Chainsaw Guy.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Guy, damn it.
I know. I love you,
I'm Chainsaw Guy, damn it. And I'm also a self-certified life coach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't make any money on Halloween this time of the year.
Yeah.
And the life coaching business is, well, it's not just business. People seem to not want to have counseling with a guy in a hockey mask.
You have good advice, Chainsaw Guy. We've had lots of friends of the program call in and have life-changing experiences with you.
Even via Zoom, they don't?
No. They say, maybe if you take off the hockey mask, and I say,
no.
I can't take it off.
No, we don't want that.
No, I mean, I physically can't take it off.
It is attached.
It has been surgically sewn to my head, and it won't come off. So I need a little money. So, I ran into Bill yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He was buying a Christmas tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was out of the Christmas tree lot, and I was at the Christmas tree lot, too.
Were you buying a Christmas tree?
Well, no, I wasn't buying a Christmas tree. I love Christmas tree lots, you know. They smell so good.
Yeah,
they do. The pine scent.
And the
nice.
people who run them, those people from up there in Montana, they're nice people. I like them a lot.
Kalispell.
Yeah, that's right. Great people. So I was at the Christmas tree lot, and I ran into Bill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I wasn't buying a tree, though.
You weren't
you
buying
sound
a tree?
a little ashamed.
No, I've taken an extra job. I'm working at the Christmas tree lot.
Well, that's nothing to be ashamed of.
Well,
that's good work.
They won't let me do much.
What will they let you do?
Well, I can only do one thing. When people bring their trees up to pay for them, I say, "Hey, would you like a fresh cut with that?"
That's a perfect job.
Okay. Well, you take it home, and I take all the cake out, and I go home. And then I go, "Hey, can I have a cut of the living?" And then they make me call it on the car. It's terrible. But I do all the kind of things. And sometimes there are some people that have never. Some people give you tips, some people don't give you tips. But please, and you know, there's a lot of hot babes buying trees this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, there's nothing for you to be ashamed of, Chainsaw Guy. I think
Sure.
it's a lot of people take seasonal jobs this
of
time,
course.
to buy Christmas presents.
That's the only thing they let me do, though, is because I can't put the chainsaw down, really. So I'm not a good salesperson at the lab.
I'm sure it might be kind of scary, you walking through the trees.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't like that either.
No.
They said, we need you right out in the open where people can see you. We're going to, as a matter of fact, sit here. We've got a flood lamp, and we'll put that on you so people can see you.
Good.
And then you just ask them politely, hey, man, would you like a fresh cut with that? That's what I yeah. Give them a fresh cut with the old pulling.
Well, it's nice to see you outside of Halloween time, Chainsaw.
And I'm making a little money on the side, so everybody have a Merry Christmas. And don't forget, Chainsaw Guy always needs chain oil. So if you're looking for something to give me for Christmas, chain oil would be good.
Gift that keeps giving.
You hear that, Santa?
Yeah, chain oil, that's what I need. Right?
All right,
Thanks,
thank you.
Chainsaw Guy. Nice to see
Thank
you.
you, Chainsaw
Can I have some of them donuts out there?
Yeah, right over there.
Okay.
I think you have to swipe your card, though. I don't know.
I don't have a card. What if I swipe my chainsaw?
There you go.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that was about as stupid as it could be.
I don't know. I looked down at the schedule and I saw Chainsaw Guy Christmas. I'm like, okay, I'll go along with that.
Now, maybe he could come back and sing carols.
Maybe.
He's caroling. Do we have somewhere where Carrie and Bill sing Christmas
carols?
Oh, that's an old
God, I love that
That's
bit.
an old bit.
Yeah.
It was born out of the fact that Bill is incapable of learning song lyrics.
That's pretty true.
Ever.
That's pretty true.
You have the general idea,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, and I don't sing really very well. I go off tune a lot, and I don't remember all the lyrics. I wish we could find that bit. It was I think it's one of our classics.
It's a Christmas classic.
That's right. Oh,
all right. We'll try to find that. tubes. Because
on this day,
okay,
in 1978,
all right,
Fee Waybill,
lead singer,
Fee Waybill, broke a leg after falling from the stage at the Hammersmith Odeon in London. Whilst
whose leg did he break?
His leg.
Oh, okay.
Whilst wielding a chainsaw.
Wow!
During the band's set.
Those tube shows were pretty wild.
I wonder if that's his real name.
It is not.
Fee Waybill.
Anyway, there you go. Is this sponsored, Gina?
Yes. Enjoy Mother's Day at Lagoon, Sunday, May 12th. Bring Mom for special pricing, only $74.95 a ticket, and a special gift from Lagoon for the first 200 moms through the gate.
Get ready to play. I mean, you should have been ready 10 minutes ago or so. But now you'll have to rush. Find a pen and paper to play along.
Right here. I'm ready.
Meet Gina. I'm booth announcer Johnny Yola with the biggest news in over 185 years.
Ooh.
Now, the greatest family treasure of all time can be yours right now.
Right.
I'm talking about the 24-volume set of the famous Encyclopedia Britannica. The new edition of the Britannica, that greatest treasure of knowledge ever published, now offered on this amazing, easy-to-own purchase plan that puts this world-renowned reference library within reach of the average family. All 24 volumes will be placed in your home now. You pay for it as you enjoy it, as easy as buying a book a month. The latest printing available now contains 26,731 pages and over 38 million words. The work of 4,479 of the world's best minds. Easy-to-find facts, authoritative answers that will continuously enrich the lives of yourself and your family. Send for a free booklet today that explores the details of the Britannica payment plan. Send for it today. Encyclopedia Britannica, Department P3, North Michigan Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. You'll up the odds of winning Beat Gina if you order your books today.
I don't think you will.
And now... he continues, you doubt my word?
No, I just don't think it'll help you in the game.
And now he continually enriches your life and the life of your family, and he does it without 24 books.
Well,
your host, Kerry Jackson.
Thank you, Johnny Ola.
Yeah, these kind of questions don't appear in the
No, they don't.
Hmm.
The randomizer has picked your contestant. You'll be going against Caitlin today. Caitlin, are you there?
Yes.
All right, Caitlin, let's toss a coin to see who goes first. Heads or tails? Call it.
Heads.
All right, let's see. It is heads, Gina Barberi.
Well, you're one step closer to winning these Lagoon passes.
All right, because you won the toss,
A
Caitlin.
good start.
Yes, the first question is for you to answer exclusively. Multiple choice, different subjects today. But if you get it correctly, you get the point. If not, I will allow Gina to answer the question, stealing the point away from you if she gets it correctly. And we'll go back and forth till one of you has 3 points. All right, Caitlin, first
Great.
question. Star Trek The Next Generation trivia. All right. Captain Picard's fish, yes, he had a fish.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Picard's fish was named Livingston. Who or what was the fish named after? Was it 1, Dr. Livingston, a Scottish physician? Is it 2, RFK's brainworm?
Mm-hmm.
3, Livingston Mall. It has a 2-level shopping center located in Livingston, New Jersey. Their Cinnabon is the best. Or 4, the show's line producer, David Livingston.
I'm going to go with D.
That is correct. The show winner. Yes.
That's 1 point for Caitlin.
All right.
There you go, Caitlin. Gina?
Mm-hmm.
Fifth element trivia.
Okay.
When the ship leaves Earth for Folston Paradise,
Okay.
you see a constellation.
Okay.
What is the constellation of? Is it 1, a smiley face?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 2, a duckbill platypus?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 3, RFK Jr.'s brainworm? Or 4, a cat?
I don't remember. A smiley face?
Well,
Sorry, Gina.
Caitlin, chance to steal.
Chance to steal.
Okay. I know it's not the brainworm.
Okay.
What were my other 2 choices? I'm sorry.
2, a duckbill platypus, or 4, a cat?
Let's go with the platypus.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna say cat too.
You were going to say cat, huh?
Well, you should have.
You should have.
I know.
But you
I
didn't.
vacillated between the two.
It's 1-0 in favor of Caitlin. Caitlin does control the question.
Caitlin, Dwayne The Rock Johnson trivia. While filming The Scorpion King, who did Dwayne accidentally hit? Was it 1, RFK Jr.'s brainworm? Was it 2, Michael Clark Duncan? Was it 3, Roger Ebert? Or 4, Brendan Fraser?
Brandon Fraser.
Sorry.
No. Gina Steele.
Oh.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Very good.
There's a point for Gina. The game is tied. Gina controls the question. Let's go.
Gina?
Yes.
Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Trivia. In Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, which popular characters appear in the episodes In Fear of the Phantom and Dance of the Undead? Is it 1, RFK Jr. and his brainworm?
Both of them, yes.
Is it 2, the Supernatural Brothers, 3, the Harlem Globetrotters, or 4, the Hex Girls?
I'm going with the Harlem Globetrotters.
No! Terribly sorry.
Caitlin,
You tricked me.
chance to steal.
Let's go with the Hex Girls.
Hex Girls is correct.
That's 2 points for Caitlin, 1 point for Gina. Caitlin controls the question, could win, hopefully will win
Hopefully.
on this question.
Caitlin, Zac Efron trivia.
Well, why does she get Zac Efron trivia?
Well, you might get it.
Oh, okay.
Why are you so competitive, Gina?
I don't know.
This doesn't mean anything.
Shut up, Johnny.
Let's see, Zac Efron trivia. Who is his acting idol? Zac Efron's acting idol. Who does he look up to? Is it 1, Johnny Depp? Is it 2, RFK Jr.'s brainworm? 3, Hulk Hogan? Or 4, Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh, wow. Let's go with Leonardo. Oh.
That's what I would have said, too. Gina.
Would be Johnny Depp, then.
Unfortunately, you have a chance to tie. And
Johnny Depp, and you did. Okay.
It's
Johnny Depp, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's 2-2. I believe it's Gina's question.
We don't run out of questions. Hunchback of Notre Dame Disney movie trivia. The Hunchback of Notre Dame was the last Disney animated show to have mild language for 10 years until Cars.
Okay.
What words or phrase were used in The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Okay.
The dirty words. Was it 1, crap and arse? Was it 2, got down, sat on a bench? Was it 3, cheese and rice? Or 4, hell and damn?
I'm going to say Helen Dam.
Helen Dam is
And
correct.
Gina wins the game, Caitlin. So sorry.
Oh, Caitlin, it was a good fight.
man.
That was a good fight.
There's a back and forth
Back
there.
and forth. And I would have said Leonardo DiCaprio, too. So
Yep.
Yes, I would have as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think...
Well, I knew it was a toss-up
Yeah.
between him and Johnny Depp.
Well, I think because we both were thinking the same thing, even though I beat you, I'm going to give you these Lagoon passes anyway.
All right.
Oh, my kids will be thrilled.
Caitlin,
Good.
hang on the line, and we'll tell you how to get there.
Hang on the line. I've got to go look something up in my Funkin' Wagnalls.
Big Boy News now, brought to you by...
In the fiery beginnings of our young solar system, worlds were born and obliterated. A young sun vented its rage and chaos reigned. How did the Earth survive against all odds? Now playing at Clark Planetarium, Birth of Planet Earth tracks the perilous path our planet took in its early years. Visit clarkplanetarium.org for tickets.
Jana Kramer, as we mentioned yesterday, said Travis Kelce is always drunk and a bad influence on Taylor Swift. But she might as well be J-Lo to Mariah Carey for him because he says, I don't even know that person. Sources connected to Travis tell TMZ he's taken aback by her inflammatory comments about him on her podcast, where she characterized him as a party animal and as someone who reminded her of an ex in a bad way. We're told Travis has never met Jana, and before Tuesday, he was not familiar with her whatsoever. And even though she's technically famous for her One Tree Hill days, that's the only thing. In any case, Sources say that Travis thinks Jana is blowing hot air just to get attention for her podcast.
Well, it worked.
Which, based on what we're told people in this world have learned about her, is par for the course. Jana has a bit of a history of publicly name-dropping and dragging celebrities. Sources say that Travis and company feel like this is just more of the same, and that she only invoked his name to clout chase. And on its face, you could argue it worked.
It did.
Her remarks got picked up wide by lots of media outlets, but...
Yeah, not fact-checked, just picked up.
Yeah, Travis says, whatever. I don't care, one way or the other.
That is the nature of the media landscape now. You want to be first, not necessarily right.
The report, a new report published on May 1st, shows reservoir storage in Utah at 87% of capacity.
Wonderful.
That's 30% higher than this time last year. This year's peak level was reached April 18th at 18.8 inches of snow water equivalent, or 130% of the normal level. This year's peak snowpack ranked 18th since 1981. 2015 was the lowest snow year at 10.22 inches. April precipitation was below normal at 60%, but thanks to an exceptionally wet March. I went on a wet March one time. Major watersheds are at 90% of normal or above for the 2024 water year. A home in Eagle Mountains, a couple of them, I think, their residents are concerned that the homes recently developed cracks and they might be falling apart. It kind of looks like it. Residents Tammy and Robert Anderson moved into their home after it was finished in 2021. When we got it at the time, we had 4 kids. We just needed a bigger home, so we were pretty happy with just getting a bigger place, said Tammy. I had actually tripped on the driveway one time and fell and broke my glasses, so it was significant. Within the first year, we were here, and apparently it wasn't covered. Cracks are visible through the home. Some doors struggle to properly open because the house has shifted so much, and close because of the damage. The signs are appearing as soon as they had moved in. Those signs appeared as soon as they moved in. Cracks visible everywhere. According to the Andersons, I saw a picture of one of them, and it looks like the house is cracking in half, practically.
And these are supposedly
new homes? Yeah. There it is,
go.
x96.com/live.
Wow.
Yeah, that should be covered.
That's Eagle Mountain.
Damn well should be covered, yeah.
According to Eagle Mountain Communications Manager Tyler Maffett, the environmental compliance specialist on staff ensured the park's development would be structurally sound. There was nothing that could possibly have caused alarm, that if that changes going forward, that's when we would intercede in the matter, Maffett said. The city considers this a civil matter between the home owner and the builder. The builder, Alpine Homes, sent the Andersons a letter claiming work done by their privately hired contractor, by the Andersons' private contractor, altered the slope of their backyard, causing improper drainage and resulting in the settling. The same guy did the landscaping, the deck, the patio, and he documented it all, so there's clear showing of grading, Rob said. The same letter reads, the geotechnical engineer believes the recent excavation activities that occurred near the Andersons' rear property line for several days have exacerbated these conditions. So it turns out nobody's reaching out to help them at all, really. Let's see. Oh, Gina, we'll go to the crime desk.
All right.
This guy, rapper Youngboy, NBA Youngboy.
Yeah. NBA Youngboy, legally named Kentrell Deshaun Golden, will be appearing in Cache County, Utah court Thursday for a preliminary hearing following his arrest in April. 24-year-old Louisiana native arrested on suspicion of dozens of charges related to a fraudulent prescription operation he's accused of conducting from his Utah home. He's my Huntsville neighbor. Where he's on house arrest awaiting trial on federal weapons charges. That's a whole other thing. He reportedly convinced the federal judge in Louisiana to allow him to move to Utah during the pretrial to be near a childhood mentor. I'm curious who that is. But it was also like, where can you not get into trouble? I know, we'll send you to Utah. Well, he figured out how to get in trouble here.
Yeah.
He was booked on suspicion of 63 felonies and misdemeanors related to the fraudulent prescription operation.
Well, he figured it out good.
Yeah. 3 additional people are also linked to the case, accused of traveling to nearby pharmacies to pick up pills that had been filled on bogus orders from someone pretending to be a real doctor. The probable cause statement filed the day after Youngboy's arrest alleged the YouTube star even went as far as to pretend to be an older woman. Hello? I need my pills.
They keep me alive. That's hilarious.
He's been charged with 49 crimes.
All right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
Sports weather traffic.
Let's see. In soccer yesterday, this is U.S. Open Cup. Real Salt Lake lost to New Mexico United 4-2. And the Royals also lost yesterday to the San Diego Wave. NBA, we had, let's see, the Knicks and the Pacers. Knicks over the Pacers, 130-121. Knicks lead that series 2-0. And today we've got the Cavaliers and the Celtics and the Mavericks and the Thunder. NHL playoffs. Final yesterday, Canucks over the Oilers 5-4. And Panthers over the Bruins 6-1. Salt Lake Bees playing the dreaded Sacramento River Cats. It's an early afternoon game. You might see Bill Allred there having lunch and enjoying Thirsty Thursday at the Bees. Weather today. So there is a wind advisory actually for Box Elder and Cache counties. We will see some of that wind down here a little further south. Not as bad as up there, but we could see gusts up to 40 miles an hour sometime today. And we have had spotty sprinkles this morning. That could continue throughout the day. 63 for a high. Tomorrow, a little warmer, still breezy, 68. And then we are up in the 70s. Looks like the weekend is really nice and warm in the mid to upper 70s even. Traffic, we have crash northbound I-15 66 south, milepost 298. Crash northbound I-15 milepost 274 in Linden. Crash northbound I-15 114 south in Salt Lake. And checking our message stream, up there to the Evanston, it's a blizzard.
Oh, listen to
Evanston. Come on, Gina. God, are you stupid?
The people, I guess the sarcasm was not
heavy enough.
Redwood Road, 62nd south. There's an accident backed up almost to 72nd. That comes from an Infiniteam member as well. The Classic Tattoo Show, May 17th to the 19th at Davis Conference Center in Layton. Admission is free on Friday. Visit ClassicTattooShow.com for tickets.
All right. We got something coming up next. Oh, don't forget, just after 9 o'clock, it's the Boner Recap game. Easy to play. Just tell us who the Boner was, and you'll win a prize. We'll tell you all about that in the next break. Stan?
Frank Christ is here. He has joined us in the studio.
Hello, everyone.
It was warm.
My. You sound really just at a low ebb. No energy.
Dick Butkus is heavy.
Oh, yeah, well.
You know.
Yeah, I can see
I had
that.
to right into the sidecar.
Frank has joined us, as he does every weekday morning, to play a game we call Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
You see, Frank is a Grim Reaper, and it is his job to reap the souls of celebrities. And that's horrible, because
I love our precious celebrities.
Do other reapers who specialize, for instance, reapers that perhaps have to take the souls of veterinarians, do they also hate their jobs?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
They all do, because they love veterinarians.
They love their precious veterinarians.
So every reaper loves whatever they're reaping.
That's the curse.
Even the reapers who have to reap Uber drivers.
It's because in our mortal lives we were a little too obsessed with. Quinn Christ is the veterinarian.
Quinn Christ.
Yes,
I see. Well, Frank, we're here to play the game. We have a contestant, I believe.
Yes, Todd is on.
Hi, Todd. How are you today?
I'm fine, just fine.
Yes, you are. Now, Todd, on this list, there are 3 celebrities who, like you, are, Frank?
Fine, just fine.
Right. But one of them, Frank has met and taken, and it will be your job, Todd, to figure out who that celebrity is, and what will Todd win if he is successful.
Nightmare on 13th tickets back for their 2023 season, celebrating 33 years of Halloween with 2 haunted attractions this year. Of course, the Nightmare Haunted House and the Institute of Terror.
You know, it's horrible. I have to stop myself from saying, and what will Todd win, Gina? Because I'm always saying that, and I look over. Oh, it's Katie.
It's me today.
Yes.
You got the red hair that's showing rather than the brown.
All right. Todd, because it is Mad Hatter Day, National Mad Hatter Day, These 4 actors have all been in productions of Alice in Wonderland or Through the Looking Glass. Here we go. Number 1, Steve Coogan. He was in the Parole Officer, and he was in a movie called 24-Hour Party People. Also, he was in Around the World in 80 Days, Tropic Thunder, and he was in The Night at the Museum films. And he plays a character called Nat in Alice Through the Looking Glass with Kate Beckinsale as Alice. Number 1, Steve Coogan. Number 2, Catherine Beaumont. She played small parts in MGM's On an Island with You, where she did a Jimmy Durante impression in front of Durante's character. She was in The Secret Garden and Challenge to Lassie, but she's best known as Wendy in the Disney animated Peter Pan and Alice in the Disney animated version of Alice in Wonderland, for which she was named a Disney legend. Number 2, Catherine Beaumont. Number 3, Eric Idle. Yes, he was a member of the British comedy group Monty Python and the parody rock band The Ruttles. He performed many of the songs featured in Python projects, including Always Look on the Bright Side of Life and the Galaxy Song. He made his Broadway debut adapting Monty Python and the Holy Grail into the musical Spamalot. He's in a BBC TV version of Alice in Wonderland. Number 3, Eric Idle. And finally on this list, Telly Savalas, perhaps best known for portraying Kojak on the crime drama series Kojak, and James Bond arch-villain Ernst Starvo Blofeld in the film On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Savalas' other roles include Birdman of Alcatraz, Greatest Story Ever Told, The Dirty Dozen, Kelly's Heroes. He was the Cheshire Cat in a made-for-TV movie of Alice in Wonderland. Number 4, Telly Savalas. All right, Todd, which one of those actors is dead?
I'm going to say Telly Savalas, number 4.
Telly Savalas is correct. He died in 1994 at the age of 72, complications of prostate and bladder cancer. By the way, he lived at the Sheraton Hotel in Universal City for 20 years. He lived at the hotel, and he was such a fixture at the hotel bar that it was renamed Telly's. So there you go.
That's
you win.
An honor. That's an honor. When they name a bar after you, that's an honor.
I thought that Catherine Beaumont would be.
Oh, she's fine.
She's 85.
Yeah.
She did those roles when she was just a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations, Todd. You get the prize, and hang on, and somebody will tell you what you need to do next.
All right, there we go.
What are you doing, Frank? What do you got?
I'm gonna try to recover from Dick Butkus, but
He's a big man.
has anyone seen Britt Eklund?
Britt Eklund? No.
81 today.
Oh my.
Also, Kevin Cronin from REO Speedwagon is 72.
Yeah, go visit Kevin.
Oh, I can't fight that feeling. I'm going to go check on him. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, 8:48 right now.
I have a, well, it's not an email of interest.
What is it?
It's a DM of interest.
Oh, I had a BM of interest one. Sorry.
DMs of interest.
That's D. Yes. DM.
By the way, if you DM me, like on Instagram, I mostly don't look at that.
Yeah.
You can email me anytime, Gina@x96.com. That's the best way to get a hold of me if you're trying to get a hold of me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look at my DMs
Yeah,
because there's
I'm
things that
saying,
show up there that I don't care for.
People try to get a hold of me on the Messenger.
Oh yeah, or on Facebook. I don't
Messenger,
look at that
and I don't
either.
It's very rare.
Again, because things show up there that I don't care for. But if you would like to email me to get a hold of me, you can do that anytime.
All right.
Gina@x96.com.
I'm going to do it right now.
But I glanced at it and this caught my eye.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, Gina. Would you be interested in judging the Utah Cheese Awards in
Steve
August?
German. He's
Bill Allred has done it, and most people have a really good time. It takes just an hour or two.
Yeah.
Let me know, and I can give you more information.
I think he's kidding.
I don't think so.
He contacted me and said, "Bill, you want to judge the cheese contest, the Utah Cheese Awards again this year?" And I looked and I said, "I'm sorry, Steve, I'm out of town." And he said, "Oh, that's okay. I'll ask again. Maybe I'll ask Gina." Now, I'm pretty sure he was joking when he said that.
This doesn't sound like he's joking.
No, I'm not getting any hint of joke.
I sent him an email back saying, that was so funny, I forgot to laugh, Steve. But
No, I don't think he... Now, I think there are some things about the character of Gina Barberi that are pretty widely known, but maybe not. If you're listening to this and are confused why we think this is funny, I do not care for cheese at all in any form.
Famously, in any
and
form.
I don't,
even
cottage
Cheetos.
cheese, cheesecake.
And you know what?
Cheese,
I was
cream
talking to
cheese.
Cheese yesterday, and Cheese doesn't like you either.
I don't eat any cheese at all.
He was kidding.
I don't think so.
I think I got rid of the.
There's no hint.
No, I'll read it again. Hello, Gina. Would you be interested in judging the Utah Cheese Awards in August? Bill Allred's done it, and most people have a really good time. It just takes about an hour or two. Let me know, and I can give you more information. That's not a...
No, I'm getting...
It's not a joke.
I'm not getting any wink in there at all.
Yeah, okay. He listens to the show a fair amount, I think, so I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if he didn't know that Cheese does not like you and you do not like cheese.
How many cheeses did you taste? A lot of cheese.
It was frankly, and Steve is a really nice guy, and I would do it again, but it's a beating because
too much cheese.
I forget
it's a lot of cheese.
It took 2 or 3 hours, and there must have been 40 different kinds of cheeses and.
Somebody says, I'd be happy to put on a wig and judge the cheese contest as Gina if needed.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, I'm here to judge the cheese.
I'm Gina Barberi. I've decided to bury my hatred of cheese.
And you know, my husband has gotten me to eat all kinds of things I didn't eat before. I eat all kinds of vegetables. I eat fish. And he keeps saying, someday I think I'm going to get you to eat cheese someday.
Well, now, guy in the chat room seems to remember that I took you to Cheesecake Factory once for a slice of cheesecake, and you had some.
Well, it was a chocolate Oreo.
It was cheesecake, Gina. It was cheesecake.
It was something else.
All right. All right.
It was something. I don't care, and it's okay. It's okay for me to not like it.
I eat cheese every day.
That thing, the quality about cheese, the thing that you like about cheese, is the thing that I don't care for.
Exactly.
If you understand what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying. The acting teacher of mine years ago said, I don't like lobster. And I had a friend who loved lobster. And I said, what is it that you love so much about lobster? Described it to me, and I said, That's exactly the thing I don't like about it. It's just
it tastes spoiled to me. It
only tastes spoiled to you because you know that they make it by, there is a fermenting process there. There's a curing, aging process.
And I have had people try to sneak me cheese, like, come
somebody sneak her some cheese.
No, like come over for dinner. And we're going to make this pasta that has cheese in it, and she's going to eat it and like it, and then we're going to say, ha ha, I can always tell. And if I order something that I say, can you please not put cheese on that, and they put it on it, and they bring it out, and I say, I'm sorry, no cheese, and they take it back and just scrape it off, I know when you do that, too. I can taste it, and I don't like it.
This is a woman who's claimed that she can taste microwaves, too, so...
It's a different thing.
Uh-huh.
But There are lots of people offering to be the cheese judge.
Yeah, plenty of people. And I guess he didn't ask me because I'm famous for saying no to things. But Berg in the chat room has put a fine point on this.
Oh, okay.
Eat all that cheese, and you won't have a BM of interest for a while. There you go, Berg.
BM of interest.
There you go.
We have our Mother's Day giveaway.
Do it.
X96 has your Mother's Day shopping covered. Listen all week long, not just us, but Artie and Todd are also doing this. You can win a prize. Plus, enter at x96.com to win our grand prize, which is one of each daily prize, and a $250 Harmon's gift card. X96 Mother's Day giveaways powered by our friends at Harmon's. Today's prize is a pair of tickets to Lagoon. Enjoy Mother's Day at Lagoon. Bring Mom for a special pricing of only $74.95. Plus, the first 200 moms through the gate will get a special gift from Lagoon. So,
all right,
to try to win, text the word Lagoon, 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 to 33986 now to enter to win.
All right, thank you.
Oh, traffic. Let's see. Thought we had a friend of the program text in some traffic here. See if I can find that. Redwood Road, 62nd South accident. Backed up almost to 72nd South. We have a crash northbound I-15 milepost 283 in Lehigh. And let's see, a little further north in Sandy, we have a crash northbound I-15 114th South. And still a reminder about that utility work, eastbound 5th South 13th East. 2 right lanes are closed there. That's traffic.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, we will take a break. We'll be back after these messages and a song with the Boner Recap Game. Easy to play, easy to win. All you have to do is tell us who won the Boner this morning. If you were listening, you know. Easy. If you weren't listening, cheat. Feel free. We don't care. Go to x96.com, look for the box that says Boner Voting for May 9, 2024. Click on that, and it's right there. It's got the word winner right next to the winner. Easy to play and win. What is the prize?
The prize is tickets to see Taking Back Sunday coming to the Union on June 11th.
Taking Back Sunday tickets. So 877-602-9696. Line up, and let's play the Boner Recap Game.
Mom! Mommy! Mom!
And leave it to our chat room to find jewelry made of animal droppings.
It's a thing?
Moose poop.
Apparently it's a thing.
Why would
in
this
Alaska.
be a thing?
Because ha ha ha.
You can make...
Because, look, it's poop. Ha 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 ha. That's why. That's it.
Well, I remember they used to make, they'd take horse droppings and they'd shellac them.
Yeah.
And then they'd stick googly eyes and feathers on them, and they were turd birds.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And what do you do with that?
You sell them at the fair, and people buy them.
And where do they put them
and
at
they
their
put them on
house?
their TV, and they say, look, there's my turd bird. I
And
never understood it.
I've told you before, I had a cane made out of bull's pizzle.
Was it funny?
Ha ha! You know what this is? Ha ha! I don't get it.
want things like that. Just
Well,
for
don't
that.
have them then. Don't have them. Now,
it's like taxidermy. I don't get that.
Here's where I appreciate taxidermy. When you go to the, there is an instance where I can appreciate it. When you go to the museum, Natural History Museum, and you see the old time, stuff that they've done. They have some amazing things. I don't think they do much of it anymore.
Like-
museums don't.
When we were in Boston, we went to Harvard, and we went to the Natural History Museum there on campus. And the stuff there is old. And they have tons of taxidermied animals in there, and they're weird looking because they did it a long time ago, and the techniques weren't that great.
Wasn't good.
They've got up at the Natural History Museum here, up at Research, or what are they, up by Red Butte?
Yeah.
They don't put it out much anymore, but like every year they'll have a day where you can, if you're a museum member, they take you behind the scenes and you can go through all the old collections and stuff. And they've got a ton of taxidermy stuff, but they don't put it out.
Yeah, museums is one thing. I'm talking about your dining room, you know.
Or a mounted, you know.
Yeah. You're sitting there having supper and there's a dead bird up on the wall, you know.
There was some car dealer up in Ogden, I forget which one it was, but he was really into, you know, he big game.
He's a hunter.
And in the dealership, he had mounted lion heads and zebra, and all of this stuff that he had killed. Yeah, proud of it.
Yeah.
I don't like dead things in my house.
Well, I won't say it.
No, I mean, I just no dead animals, no.
Well, children shouldn't play with dead things.
No.
That's something that I learned.
That's true.
Oh, I tell you, I saw Pet Cemetery this weekend. I'd never seen the original.
Wait a minute,
you saw the original or the
original and the new one?
God, you're a glutton for punishment.
See, we decided to watch the new one because it was
the carrying on the character.
Yeah, it was the young Fred Gwynn character.
And is it a movie or is it?
It's a movie, and we watched it. David Duchovny's in it, and it was okay. You know, it wasn't great. We watched it because it was free and it was on it was on one of the services that we have. And then Sue said, "Okay, this makes no sense at all because you know if this is the case, if Judd knew what was horrible about the Pet Cemetery, why did in the original he so gleefully say to the couple, if your cat's dead, take it to this place?"
He knew what was going to happen.
And I'm like, well, I didn't see it. And Sue's like, oh, well, you have to see it.
Well, I don't remember because Fred Gwynn, the old guy, said, you don't want to take your kid there. You don't take your kid there.
Not your kid, but the cat.
Well, he just happily took the cat.
Yeah.
Why would he take the cat there?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Or maybe that was the first time. Was that the first
time?
No.
Well, according to this prequel, which I don't understand, because if this prequel is canon...
He took a lot of stuff there.
There was a lot of terrible stuff that came out of the Pet Cemetery in this thing. So I hesitate because I don't want to spoil it for people.
That he knew about.
But he was there for it, and he was in the middle of it. And, you know, why would he then, years later, when this couple moves in next door, say, oh, your cat's dead? Take it on up here.
Well, so
I'll even show you where it is.
No, so without that prequel, we assume that he doesn't know.
That's the point.
It's just a Pet Cemetery.
That's the point.
And the old guy doesn't know.
Yeah, Fred Gwynn in the original Pet Cemetery from the 80s seems to know the bad things.
He does?
Isn't he the one that says sometimes dead is better?
Yeah, he's the one who kept telling
doesn't he know that because they take the cat there?
Yeah.
And that's how he knows.
But, again, if this prequel is
that ruins it.
There was a dog, right? And the dog comes back evil, right?
Not in the original.
And attacks his girlfriend. This is the prequel.
Yeah.
So if Fred Gwynn knew about this, if Judd knew about this...
That's what I'm saying. The prequel ruins the second
exactly.
one.
Then why in the original Pet Cemetery would he say, oh, it's fine, take your cat up
I think we need to get
there.
Stephen King on the phone and ask him how he feels about it, because I don't think he wrote
I'm
this.
sorry, I can't come to the phone. I'm counting my money.
He didn't write or direct. It was somebody from associated with Quentin Tarantino did it. She wrote the thing.
He had to have approval
or something. I don't know how that works. But
I'll bet his name is in the credits as executive producer or something.
I didn't notice.
Somebody said they went to see the new Exorcist movie this weekend and they were asleep for the first 30 minutes. Yeah, I heard that wasn't that great.
We talked about it on Friday, and it was the New York Times review said double the demons and less fun or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Katie in the next room. It says it was because it was the daughter's cat, and it would make her sad if the cat was dead. Well, then she needs to learn.
Things die.
Things die. It just made no sense to me.
I
was thinking maybe this prequel has nothing to do with this original story. Maybe it's a prequel to the remake of Pet Sematary, which I also did not see.
Did they remake?
They did, yeah, a few years ago.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I didn't like Pet Sematary much at all because I thought it was just too awful. It was too awful.
Well, first of all, your lead guy,
who was it? I don't
stiff
remember.
Stiff as a board. Just no range at all. He was surrounded by good actors. Fred Gwynne is amazing.
Yeah.
Really fast. In the original, Judd does make a reference to...
Who's Judd?
Judd is the old guy that
Fred
tells
Gwynne.
him.
Fred Gwynne.
Yeah, he does make reference to why he knows about the Pet Sematary and why he knows it's evil, because when he does tell a short, brief story about his dog, although it says he comes back and he kills his mom, I believe, not his girlfriend, because I haven't seen the prequel. But so he makes a short mention of it. Otherwise, that's all you really get. And then he still tells him, "Here, take your cat up here." Then he takes everybody else up there.
Leads him up there.
Yeah,
Here, bury your cat. Here's where we do it. You know.
I think more of he was supposed to take him up to the Pet Sematary that was right in front of the demon, or not the demon, but the ancient burial ground, and that was torn up. Anyways, and he's like, "Don't go past the wall," and he goes past the wall and takes him up there.
Is there ever an explanation of why this cemetery brings things back to life?
In the prequel that I watched.
There, in the original, there is a minor mention of it, of it being a ancient burial ground that was
Native American spirits?
Yes.
That certainly explains it.
The land turned sour.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Turned
But
sour.
that's all you really get about it, so.
But yeah, I'd not seen the original Pet Sematary, so
Wow.
Well, I heard how terrible
Well, and
it was.
don't-
It is bad.
I'm very angry about the new one that they made, because they changed a bunch of it, and it just drove me nuts about
Well,
that.
this prequel, I was just like, if this happened back in 1969, when the story took place, I'm like, why didn't we raise the ground? Why didn't we build giant walls around it?
You don't even go up there. No, you can't even
you
go
just
up
don't
there.
even.
You can't go up there because, dead is better.
I was just like, if this happened, then why are we even living here? Why hasn't the army come in? And
It's that bad.
It's that bad. I mean,
Yeah.
The army.
Or at least the county assessor.
Somebody, I don't know.
It was a great movie when I was 10.
Yeah.
The original with Fred Gwynne.
Sue made me watch the original and fell asleep halfway through.
Yeah,
She goes,
sounds
"Did you
about
finish it?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm perplexed."
This did not help it. You have more questions.
More questions.
Bill says, thanks a lot, X96, for making me sad about Chris Cornell being gone by playing that song. Thanks a lot.
That's exactly why I did it.
In Taylorsville.
Yeah, you knew you'd get to her,
Exactly.
didn't you?
I was targeting her personally. This'll get her, I said. This person that I've never met.
In Taylorsville.
And can't see.
In Taylorsville, yeah. Oh, boner recap time.
Do we have someone who would like to do that?
Ella is on the phone.
Ella, where are you?
Hi, I'm right here.
Ella of right here.
There she is.
All right, Ella. Ella, that's a great name, by the way. I like that. I'm going to...
Thank you.
What was that? Was there somebody else there?
Oh, yes, this is just my friend. He's in here in the room with me.
Okay. Ella, I'm going to read the boner candidates. You tell me which one was the winner, and you will win what, Gina?
Tickets to see Taking Back Sunday coming to the Union on June 11th.
How's that?
That's awesome.
All right, here we go. Did you hear the candidates earlier?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But you can go back through if you would like.
Well, we will go through them.
Yes.
And this will be easy for you. Boner candidate number one, a bit of an overreaction. That's about two kids down in Florida, and they went into this gated community. There's a pond there, and they were fishing there. And then they were leaving, and some fishing is not permitted in the pond, so they were kind of breaking the rules. But it didn't warrant some guy chasing them with a knife because he was upset about it. That was boner candidate number one. Number two, he can't prove it, but he feels it in his bones. Those illegals are voting, and they're voting for Democrats. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson said, "We all know intuitively that a lot of illegals are voting in federal elections, but it's not been something that's easily provable. We don't have that number because it doesn't happen much.
It doesn't happen. It's already illegal.
It's like 1% or something."
Yeah.
Boner candidate number three, someone please think of the children. There is a federal program to help feed Utah kids when they're out of school because, they get meals in school. It's tough for their parents to feed them when they're out of school. 200,000 children would qualify for this program, but Utah's not going to get on board with it. It's mostly paid for by the federal government. Utah would just have to kick in a little planning and a little tiny bit of administration funds to make the program work, but apparently we're not doing that. So those 200,000 kids, be damned, they can just go hungry this summer, and that's fine. All right, Ella, who was the winner?
Was it the third one?
Yes, Ella.
Were you pretending to not know that, Ella?
Acting.
Excellent, Ella. Excellent. Hang on the line. You and your friend will have a nice time. What are the tickets?
Taking Back Sunday.
Taking Back Sunday. You and your friend will go to Taking Back Sunday.
Hang on. All right. Yeah. The illegals voting thing, they're going to use that. They're going to play that.
It's not a thing.
And here's the thing. Anytime that there's been any voter fraud, we find that it's Republicans.
Mostly, yes.
I want to talk to this guy. Maybe we can get him tomorrow. The child nutrition advocate, Neil Rickard.
Oh,
with Utahns Against Hunger.
Yeah.
Talking about why has Utah said specifically why they're not going to do this?
Oh, well, the only conclusion I can draw is they hate children. That's the only.
Again, we don't want this federal government meddling around in our. We'll do it ourselves. This is the Utah way.
But you don't.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, people need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
We need to do this for the kids. Maybe not.
I'm just.
Are you going to get a hold of them and try to get them on?
Yeah, or else maybe Katie can track him down. Neil Rickard, Utahns Against Hunger. It's the guy. It's just.
Well, these kids are already here, Bill.
We're only concerned about the ones that may or may not.
Exactly.
Show up.
Those are the ones that are that we're most concerned about. All right. We will take a break. We'll be back in about 4 minutes with some big boy news and opinioendo. So stand by for all of that. Stockton 12 Honda.
That's a great place to buy a car. Stockton
you
12
bought
Honda.
a car there, haven't you?
A couple of them, yeah. Stockton 12 Honda, your neighborhood Honda dealer, and they're having a Memorial Day sale. the Memorial Day weekend, join Stockton 12 and me, Bill Allred, for barbecue, free car washes. We can shoot baskets for great prizes. Well, you guys can. I can't do it. Because I'm terrible at basketball. Shoot hoops for great prizes and gift cards and to local shops and restaurants. And always remember, Stockton 12 Honda has competitive pricing. And during the Memorial Day weekend sale, it's going to be even bigger savings on new and certified pre-owned Hondas. So join me, Bill Allred. I'll be there on the 25th. I believe that's the Saturday from 11 to 1, I think it is. Also, Stockton 12 Honda has happy hour service specials from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day. So, Stockton 12 Honda, they're in the Southtown Auto Mall in San.
There was a boy, a very strange and chatty boy.
That boy is Kyle Brown, our son Kyle, who's been with this program since he was, in fact, a very young guy, 15 years old or so. Kyle is, he contributed to the show for many years, and then we kind of broke up for a while. We learned that Kyle was ill. He has ALS, which is a fatal condition, and Lou Gehrig's disease is what it is. And Kyle has been writing us letters on a weekly basis because he can't really talk anymore. You can't understand what he says. His speech is so affected by the ALS. And this is the latest letter from Kyle Brown. I give them all titles. This one is The Goats, Happiness, and the Cure. A while back, my wife had bought 2 tickets to 2 new wave bands, Duran Duran and The Cure. One played this past Saturday night, the other on Sunday. She bought them in hopes that I could go. I did go to Duran Duran Saturday because she really wanted me to. And they were the last band on our bucket list that we had never seen. She got us box seats through a dirty politician that gifted them to us. By the way, the box seats, they're not really that good. People paying for them are getting hosed. It was largely difficult and humiliating, but my wife was very happy, so it was worth it. And I think it was humiliating to him and difficult because of his ALS. We got new neighbors to the west of us a couple of weeks ago. The 2 lots on the west side of our home are huge underground water tanks owned by the city. I guess they didn't want to mow the weeds down this year, so they have put out 4 goats, much to the delight of my wife and daughter. They see it as getting pet goats, and they aren't totally responsible for them. The cats are pissed, though, because I guess they're paying more attention to the goats than the cats at this point. I didn't see the tall grass being eaten down by those goats very much, but that's probably because they're being fed pizza crusts and apple cores and a variety of delicious leftovers from our house. The goats often just sit and wait by our fence, banging their huge horns against the chain link. The goats, that is, not my wife and daughter. It's June, so I should be starting practices with our high school mountain bike team. I used to absolutely love this time of year. For several years, I lived in a small home at the base of Farmington Canyon. At 6 a.m., 3 days a week, we would meet just up the road from my home for training rides. We watched the sunrise over Davis County from a couple of thousand feet above the city. Afterwards, I'd ride home, now about 8:30, sweaty and dusty. I'd hose off my bike and clean it in the morning sun. I'd been through hell in my life. I'd had money, then I'd been broke. I had a big house, and then I'd been homeless. All this was to make me realize what happiness is. And I realized I was happy, and I knew how good these moments were, and so I really soaked them in. Now it's June of 2023, and I can't reach the top of my head to scratch it. I'm writing this on Sunday night while my wife and daughter are at the Cure concert. One of their favorite songs by the Cure is new. It's called And Nothing Is Forever. They listen to it and they cry, as is proper with any Cure song. I'll end with a verse from it. This is the verse from the song. Promise you'll be with me in the end. Say we'll be together and you won't forget. For however far away, you will remember me in time. And I know my world has grown old. But it really doesn't matter if you say we'll be together.
if you promise you'll be with me in the end. Promise you'll be with me in the end. Gosh damn, that Robert Smith can write. Cheers, everyone. Have a fantastic week. Look over there.
All right, 9:21. Time for some big boy news and opinioendo. Brought to you by.
Celebrate the start of summer in style at the Living Spaces Memorial Day event, where you'll find the best deals for your home and enjoy free shipping as soon as the next day.
Thank you very much.
It's really interesting.
What?
Somebody in the chat room sent me this story from January of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Utah's summer food help for children becomes permanent. A program that has helped feed hundreds of thousands of Utah children during the summer months is now becoming permanent. This is a Channel 2 KUTV story. According to USDA figures, there are more than 198,000 children in Utah who are eligible to get help. That was that 200,000 figure in the other story. It's open to all children getting free or reduced price lunch. Nationally, nearly 21 million children are expected to get summer food benefits through the summer EBT program. Families get $40 per child per month to help bring in, pay for things like groceries.
Well, maybe that's different, though.
No, this is exactly what they were describing in the other story. Exactly what they were describing. EBT, like a debit card.
Well, no, I think they were saying because this program isn't going to be around, they're suggesting people sign up for EBT. I thought.
No. This is exactly the same program. The money comes on cards that can be used at stores accepting SNAP benefits. In Utah, it's estimated families would receive $23.7 million in total benefits this summer. So that's from January of this year. I think I trashed the other story, but I'm very confused now.
Katie found the guy.
Yeah.
So we can talk to him tomorrow. But Guy in the chat room says it's a federal program, but the states do have to kick in planning and a little bit of administrative funds to make the program function, and that's the sticking point.
So they haven't done that. So this story, from January is saying that the program is there, but I guess the one from today, they're saying the state has not yet kicked in any money to do it.
We've not done
so
our
we
part.
don't have it.
Yeah, I think that's what
that
they're
must
saying.
be it. We'll talk to the guy tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
figure out what the hell's going on there.
Because that's absurd.
Let's see now. Prince's iconic Yellow Cloud 3 guitar from the Purple Rain tour.
Very famous guitar.
Up for sale. It's expected to get $400,000 to $600,000 in an upcoming auction slated for later this month, according to Julian's Auctions. The auction house said Tuesday that if you want to see what it looks like, x96.com/live. The auction house said that the musical instrument will join other treasures up for sale in its Music Icons auction slated for May 29th and 30th. I guess I better find out where this is.
Don't you want that for your birthday?
No, but they're selling stuff from Michael Jackson and John Lennon, so I want to get something from John Lennon. The musical instrument was one of Prince's centerpiece instruments that he used on multiple tours at the apex of his popularity in the 80s and 90s, the auction house said. He played it on the Purple Rain Tour, the Parade Tour, Sign of the Times Tour, Love Sexy Tour, so forth and so on.
Mother's Day, think about getting your mom Prince's guitar.
Mother's Day.
It's been sold before. The instrument has been sold twice via other auction houses. Once for $5,247, then for $73,000. It's expected to sell this time for $400,000 to $600,000.
Wow,
that's just man. Let's see what else we have going on. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention notified the public in early April that an individual in Texas that tested positive for
bird flu,
avian influenza, bird flu. This person's only symptom was conjunctivitis, bleeding in his eyes. I saw a picture of it. His eyes are all bloody red. After being exposed to dairy cattle that were presumed to be infected with the avian influenza. This was the second documented human case of avian influenza in the United States since 2022 and has escalated concerns about a large outbreak, potentially a pandemic in the human population. Oh, sure, they're just going to engineer that, get us all scared again. That's what they're going to do. Influenza viruses, which cause annual epidemics of mild to severe respiratory illness, are not unique to humans. Certain subtypes of influenza circulate among animals, including birds, swine, horses, dogs, and bats. Infection in some animals, such as wild waterfowl, may be asymptomatic, and those animals are considered a natural reservoir for the virus. However, transmission of the virus to other animals, such as backyard bird flocks or commercial property, may have devastating consequences. Kevin McCarthy, former Speaker of the House, nobody liked him.
Nope.
He is talking about Matt Gaetz. Their political beef goes back months when Gaetz basically single-handedly set in motion the ouster of McCarthy as Speaker of the House. Yep. McCarthy resigned from Congress altogether by the end of the calendar year, and he and Matt Gaetz have not been shy about their contempt for each other. In an interview with Politico's Olivia Beavers, McCarthy threw down the latest insult against his nemesis, calling him the Hunter Biden of the Republican Party. Ooh, woo, scorch! Woo! He says Gaetz is the Hunter Biden of the Republican Party. He's got an opponent who is pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, trained at Pensacola, went to the Naval Academy, and flew jets to defend us, while Matt Gaetz was getting kicked out of high school, buying coke, and paying minors for sex. He's not holding back, is he?
Where are my Republicans in disarray headlines?
Yeah.
McCarthy is referring to Aaron Dimmick, who stepped in at the 0 hour to challenge Gaetz in a primary election. Upon hearing the announcement of his new opponent, Gaetz referred to Dimmick as a puppet of McCarthy. Yeah, I don't think they even know each other. This is a bizarre story. New York City Department of Corrections said it has pulled body cameras from all of the officers that use them after a captain on duty had her body cam burst into flames.
Oh, geez.
The incident occurred at the George R. Virno Center. The department said the officer sustained injuries from the fire. The department said the model was a Reveal Media D5 series camera. The department has used body cameras since 2015. Although officers won't have body cameras, the department said its facilities have plenty of surveillance anyway. But, said the woman, the officer, Linnell McGinley Little, was injured when her body cam caught fire.
And they're right, by your face, aren't they? Right up on your shoulder.
I don't know. So let's see what else we have here. Let me do one quick story. Here we go.
One quickie.
Belgium has become the first country in the world to approve a labor law on these workers will get health insurance, pensions, and maternity leave. Sex workers in Belgium.
What?
There a 401k?
I think so. Under the new law, if a prostitute refuses a client more than 10 times over 6 months, a pimp can trigger an intervention by a government mediator, but cannot fire the employee. It also entitles sex workers to health insurance, pensions, unemployment, and family benefits, holidays, and maternity leave. So they're giving whores better health care than we get.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, hey. It's a world first law.
We're in the wrong
They
business.
said. Yeah. Well, we're doing essentially the same work.
Yeah.
Belgium is demonstrating it aims to protect sex workers regardless of any moral judgments about the profession that people may have.
All right. Weather.
Well, there is a wind advisory, not for Salt Lake. It's for Box Elder and Cache counties, but we will see some breezy conditions down here. Could even see gusts up to 40 miles an hour, and 20% chance of spotty sprinkles today. High of 63. Tomorrow, warmer and still breezy, 68. Looks like the weekend's going to be very nice with the temperatures warming up. Looks like by Sunday and Monday, we're getting back up in the upper 70s. Could get close to 80 by Monday. Experience the magic and enchantment of Cat and Cauldron, your premier destination for all things occult and metaphysical in Taylorsville. catandcauldron.com.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
When you mentioned what this list is, I thought, do I know? I can't think of any major celebrity this has happened to.
Sure.
These must be all minor celebrities.
No.
Okay.
Celebrities who have been shot and survived.
Who?
First one is 50 Cent.
Fitty. Yeah.
Shot 9 times. 9 times.
I guess he is a major celebrity.
9 times outside of his grandmother's house in Queens.
Did his grandmother do it?
I don't think so. Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
That's right.
Radical feminist.
By Valerie Solanas, right?
Yep. Tried to murder the artist in 1968. Bullets hit vital organs. He was hospitalized for 2 months, but
I think they say so he died pretty young, though.
I'm sure that contributed to it.
It kind of contributed to it. And there was just a story recently. He used to send out a double, when he was scheduled to go speak.
And like Melania.
Yeah, he was scheduled to speak at the University of Utah, and gave this, but it wasn't him. It was somebody who looked like him, and they did it because he was paranoid about all that.
Bob Marley. Reggae legend was shot in Kingston, Jamaica in 1976. 2 days later, he performed in a concert with a bullet still in his arm.
It must not have been very bad then.
Tupac Shakur. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, he was.
He was shot and survived and then shot and killed.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Shot 5 times in 1994.
Right.
Once in the hand, twice in the head, twice in the groin. He survived that.
Jeez.
But then the next time, not so much. Oliver Stone.
I had no idea he'd been, any number of people would probably want to shoot him. But
Well, it was before he was Oliver Stone, when he was serving in Vietnam. He was shot.
Okay.
But he survived.
Yeah, okay.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Rapper shot himself in the chest with a gun he found in his mother's apartment when he was just 12 years old.
Well, shooting yourself, does that count now? Really?
Well, it's being shot and survived. Kelly Preston.
What?
The late actress.
Did John Travolta?
No. She was briefly engaged to Charlie Sheen. It's been speculated that he accidentally shot her in the arm, but Sheen claims that she accidentally shot herself. Larry Flint. 1978, shot by a white supremacist, left him paralyzed from the waist down, but it didn't kill him. Garrett Morris.
He was shot?
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
During a 1994 robbery, the bullet damaged his intestines, required several operations, but it did not kill him.
Wow.
Megan Thee Stallion, who just hosted
Saturday Night
Live. She suffered gunshot wounds as a result of a crime that was committed against me, she said.
I think they got her right in the twerk.
You think?
Mm-hmm. Hey, go back to Larry Flint for a second.
Uh-huh.
Who So Woody Harrelson played him in the movie.
Uh-huh.
Who played the person who shot him?
I don't know.
You want me to look that
Yeah,
up?
but it's
We'll
not
find
that
it.
important. You keep going with the list. I just thought maybe it was such a tiny thing that you wouldn't know.
Suge Knight shot 6 times in a nightclub.
Yeah.
Survived.
Well, a lot of these are no surprise.
Peter Fonda.
Huh.
He accidentally shot himself with his dad's handgun when he was 10 years old.
With Henry Fonda's handgun?
I guess. David Ortiz. Baseball star.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Shot at a bar. That happened not that long ago, actually. James Garner.
Is that Big Pappy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, who would shoot James Garner?
Well, it was when he was in the Korean War.
Korea,
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought it was maybe over a card game.
He was awarded 2 Purple Hearts.
Because he was Maverick.
Here's one for you, Bill. Greg LeMond.
Yeah, I do. He's hunting accident.
Famous cyclist.
Yeah.
Accidentally shot in the back by his brother during a hunting expedition.
And he recovered and went on to race again.
Jackie Wilson.
Just like Jackie Wilson.
Shot by his jealous girlfriend, Juanita Jones, in 1961. He lost a kidney, but
9:36 right now.
And our friend Parker from Hot Shot Sprinklers is here. And we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. I just opened up this document that Katie sent me, though, and I don't think there's anything on it.
Yeah, it's blank.
Yeah, it's blank. so maybe we should just be quiet for the whole segment, Parker.
Oh, boy.
Parker knows what he does and what other people need to know.
What did you want to talk about specifically here?
You know, it's interesting. We made it through Snowmageddon this last weekend, and obviously we've got warmer weathers coming in. I was looking at temps getting up into the 72, 75, maybe even 77 for Mother's Day. And we've mentioned this on the show earlier, is once we get to about that Mother's Day, that's when we start planting our, happy plants that are a little more tender. And it becomes safe to put in plants for the landscape season that's coming up.
Oh, good.
We'll also start to get into some warmer temperatures above 80, which is typically where we start to need sprinklers. And that's where, and this is a service for our DIY guys. If you're going to a parts store and buying parts for your sprinkler system, try to match the same variety of heads. There's pop-up heads that just spray a spray,
right?
And they don't move. They just pop up and spray. Yeah. And you go to the box store and there's like 500 heads out on the aisle, and you're like, which one do I pick?
Oh.
Pick the same variety. Those big rotors are designed to squirt water on average about 40 feet, but they use the same number of gallons. And so then you get a huge mismatch, and it helps literally exacerbate the dry spots immediately.
Oh.
So stick with the same variety. If you're doing your own this weekend, sure make your life easier and less need for us. But at the same point, if you want us to do it, hey, we got guys, we got
You'd
time.
be happy
Let's
to
go.
have people do it,
Let's
right?
go. Yeah. Hey, go out and use those heads, mix them up. Let's clean that up.
When now you came to look over my yard and stuff, and you looked at throughout the whole sprinkler, and I was amazed at the knowledge you have of what kind of sprinkler to use for what sort of plant. It's amazing to me that you have all of that in your head.
Good fun. After 40 years of doing this,
sticks.
You hope. You hope.
Yeah.
Part of our desire is to develop a watering system that will support the wellness and health of a plant. If we're giving it too much water, then it's going to basically take a swimming lesson and die in a swamp. If you're not giving it enough, then plants are just like us. If we don't get enough sleep, if we don't get enough food, they get stressed out and get sick, and we see it all the time. And so that's where we go. Let's design our watering mechanism and the delivery for the health and well-being of the plants that we want to maintain in our yard, whether they either produce privacy or they're pretty to look at, or a combination.
And this includes trees too.
Trees, shrubs,
Yeah.
plants in our yard. We can literally grow almost anything we want that's within the temperature ranges here in Utah. I mean, I mentioned this to you the other day. They grow olive trees in Israel in the sand by putting the appropriate water and appropriate nutrients and covering to keep the moisture in the ground. We can do the same types of things with our plants here and run them efficiently. And it also reduces weeds and maintenance. This is one of the best parts of drip systems and getting that watering mechanism calibrated correctly is the reduction of effort for homeowners.
Yeah, Parker actually gave me some hope for my tobacco crop that I want to put in. I want to start growing my own tobacco. But you said that didn't you say you grow a tobacco plant?
My brother did.
Your brother did.
Really? Big old pile. Yeah, you can grow it here in Utah. Water it correctly. Yeah.
That's wild.
I'm not sure what he used it for. You know, Bill had some ideas. My brother's got some cattle down in Lehigh, and so maybe he was using it for medicinal purposes.
I'm sure.
They do use tobacco leaves on bruising and things like that on humans and animals. That was one of its uses. Could talk quickly about how doing the park strip and how you can help people there.
So park strips. Grass sod is a ground cover. It is a particular variety that uses a huge amount of water and a huge amount of effort. I mean, mowing it weekly is a pain.
And it's not even your property. The city owns it.
Technically.
But you have to take care of it, though.
Right. You have to maintain it. And so that's where we go. Why don't we find a ground cover that requires less maintenance and less water, but is pretty to look at? There's a variety of ground covers, just different varieties, red creeping thyme and green carpet that are steppable, that are usable. Some of them are salt resistant. Some of them are much prettier to look at than grass. And use the grass where we want that as an activity area or a gathering area for people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we looked at your backyard, Bill, and there's a certain space that you want for people to be able to gather in. Well, let's keep that. That makes sense. And it's small enough. We're using a minute amount of water.
Yeah.
And so that's where we say, hey, park strips, for grass, dumb in my opinion.
And then you can you can also apply for rebates or
UtahWaterSavers.com is the main website to go register your project. There's 3 different conservatory agencies depending on whether you're up north in the kind of Ogden Bountiful area, Utah County and south, and here in Salt Lake County. Are covered by different agencies, but that'll get you to the right place to maximize the rebates for you. You can type in your address, register the project. We can certainly set up a time to walk through and make sure that the requirements are met so you can get rebates. But we had another client qualify for, it was over $5,000 of rebate, pulling a chunk of grass out that they'll never use again, honestly. It was decoration.
Oh. How soon should people start watering? It's been really wet. So
yeah, typically you'll start to see the grass brown up, and typically we start to see that when we get into the high 70s and about 80s. All of a sudden, life and grass go, hey, remember me? And at that point, we turn it on a little bit.
Do you actually hear the grass talking?
Oh, he hears it.
Yeah. You hear the plants talking?
He's been doing this for so long. And
hey, hi, Parker.
He knows.
That's awesome.
Man. He knows.
So people want to get a hold of Hot Shot Sprinklers and get you there or one of your guys there.
Yeah, 801-566-8677 is the phone, or go to sprinklerwork.com. My office is coming up with being able to register appointments online, so you don't actually have to go through the office anymore.
That'll be good, yeah.
So that technology's coming out in the next week or two, and the rest of it's real straightforward. Get in, get you taken care of, go enjoy your life.
But your phone number is at sprinklerwork.com.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Parker.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.
Talk to you. We'll see you. I'll see you on Wednesday, actually. All right. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. We'll be back after some messages and a song, crawling towards the exits after these. High Country e-bikes. I think I want to get one of these.
I have had an e-bike.
You've had one?
Yeah.
They just look like fun. There's somebody who works here that drives their e-bike here.
Oh, really?
What they do? Well, they take the train and then they get on their e-bike and they ride it into work, and it looks like it's a lot of fun. High Country e-bikes, huge selection of high quality brand name e-bikes that are priced to move. They have hundreds of e-bikes in stock with discounts of up to 60% off. So you might want to take advantage of this. All kinds of the top brands. You got your comfort cruisers, your mountain bikes, your e-trikes, hundreds of e-bikes in stock. And they're great for people who have been into riding, who want to get into riding. If you haven't been active, e-bikes are a fantastic way to transition into being more active and get into shape and lose weight. Great for parents, grandparents, the whole family, really. High Country e-bikes has everything you need to elevate your biking experience. So High Country e-bikes, they service e-bikes as well. So if you have a problem with them, they can take care of that too. Visit highcountryebikes.com and go to High Country e-bikes to get your e-bike before they're all gone. interest.
Hi, Radio from Hell. I live in Saskatchewan, Canada.
I am extremely interested.
And I've been listening to your morning show for the last 23 years. Your show would never work outside of Utah.
That's what we're told.
But that's a conversation for another day. Yesterday, I was doing chores around the house while listening to the Radio from Hell podcast. I couldn't believe what I heard on your February 16th show. My worlds were colliding. I was in utter shock as Bill announced that morning's Frank Chris Presents segment was on the topic of Canadian male curlers. Having Bill recall the career highlights of those 4 very special men, some of whom continue to play competitively to this day, I'll have you know, was a wonderful trip down memory lane, which warmed me to my maple syrup core. Bill, you did a great job explaining the important details of the sport of curling, like tankards and Tim Hortons. And boy, you weren't kidding when you said the Furby 4 rink was a famed rink in Canada. This is an exciting time of year in my country, as the National Curling Championships for men and women will be taking place over the next few weeks. We'll all be on the edge of our seats to see if Carrie Einerson will win her 4th consecutive championship. I'm giddy, I'm anxious, I'm excited for her all at once. I know Frank Christ's job is tough, and it can't be easy for him to talk about it.
No.
But I wanted him to know that last week's segment brought me tears of pride. Soldier on, Frank Christ. Soldier on. Thanks for letting me listen. Warmest regards, Kelly.
I wonder how Kelly found us. I'm
I
curious.
don't know. I'll email Kelly, whose pronouns are he and him.
All right.
I will email Kelly and ask.
There you go.
Man, I thought I did a terrible job of explaining curling when I was using words like rink and tankard and the Furby 4 rink, a famed rink. I barely remember what that is.
It meant something to a Canadian.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of curling.
Yeah.
I think it's on the 6th floor level of that new hotel over here.
The Hyatt Regency.
The Hyatt Regency. I think it's on the 6th floor because that's where I had brunch. And on the outside of that, they have 2 curling. What are they called?
Stones. I think stones.
Well, not the stones,
The
but
lanes.
the lanes. What are they called? Come on, curling expert.
I don't know.
Probably a lane. I would say it's a lane.
Okay. Yeah, lane. But they offer beverages and curling. It's a package you can buy for like $50. They'll give you whiskey and you can curl.
Well, that might be something we should do. Maybe you and I should curl.
Why
curling.
why you and I? What? Hello? What?
There are 2 lanes, Gina. 2.
Why? But why would you assume it's Carrie that wants to do it and not me?
Because this is a man's world.
I could curl.
Gina, you could.
You seen what the people look like who curl?
You could remain. You could remain seated and watch us curl.
Yeah, nice and warm.
Don't give me this. Come watch the men curl.
Now, listen, Gina. I'll let you take my curling, okay? Because I will be next to you in the dome. They have these...
Oh, like a heated...
See-through, clear, with doors on them. Domes.
Yeah.
So you can be private in there, and they'll bring you brunch.
You can't see into them, but you can see out of them.
You can see in and out of them. It's just clear plastic.
So somebody on the outside can see you.
Yeah, I can watch you guys curl, and in the warmth of the dome...
Oh, wait, that kind of sounds better.
Enjoy my beverages.
That kind of
Too late, you're out there curling. You've made a scene.
Yeah, sorry, Gina.
And so now you're going to be curling while I sit in luxury having my beverage.
The rink is the area where the lanes are, where you curl.
Or sheet.
Yeah.
Is what Katie is saying.
I'm going to see if there's a name for the curling lanes.
So I'll just sit and enjoy that.
Okay.
That was a good time.
The first thing that comes up when I Googled curling lanes, Hyatt Regency offering curling and cocktails.
Curling and cocktails. See?
Curling? They don't have. Why don't they advertise that?
That's right. I should send them a bill for this.
Radio. It's fundamental.
I don't know why they.
No one was using it when I was there.
I don't think people know it's there.
I was there Sunday afternoon a few weeks ago and had a nice little brunch. It's tapas up there. It's a tapas restaurant.
Uh-huh.
And, curling and cocktails.
So what are the curling lanes made of? The curling rink is made out of ice. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they just call them lanes, and they're on the rink. The rink is the area where they are.
So I'll have another beverage while I watch Gina out in the cold on ice.
Really?
Because you got to kneel down sometimes.
Yeah.
There's kneeling?
There's kneeling involved. Have you seen curling?
I just am picturing the
No, that's not just the sweeper. That's different. You
Oh.
would be,
It's called the brush, not the broom. They call it a brush.
Oh, sorry.
And you
See, I'm already doing it wrong.
A curling competition or tournament is called a bonspiel. And the biter is a stone that just touches the outer edge of the circle that you're aiming for. That's called a biter. Didn't quite get into the circle.
So, emails of extreme curling.
Two more things to know about curling that are kind of interesting. So they call a biter the one that just touches the ring.
Uh-huh.
The ones that get into the ring, they call counters. Those count, so we'll call them counters. And the reason it's called curling, it's the amount a rock bends while traveling down the sheet of ice. You can get it to kind of curl into the circle,
All right.
into the ring.
Email of extreme interest or digital proof that Canadian radio is even worse than here. Oh, thanks.
Huh?
There's a backhanded compliment.
What?
There you go.
Oh, because the Canadian radio is terrible. That's why they were listening to us.
Worse than here. See, worse than.
Well, yeah. No, they're not They're not saying. They're saying everything is terrible except us. That's what. That's what they're saying.
Not what they're saying.
Yes, it is.
Canadian radio is even worse than Salt Lake.
Yeah, that means it's bad.
That's not
here.
a compliment.
That radio is bad here, except for us.
No.
Yes, because they're saying
I would never
that the guy
accuse
is
him
listening.
I would never accuse him of being Pollyanna, but
The guy who is listening in Canada is listening to us because Canadian radio is terrible.
that it's worse than here.
It's even worse than here, and that's why people. No, that's why people are listening.
But we are radio in Salt Lake. See?
We are the exception.
Well, he didn't say that.
As the person in Canada,
He didn't say that.
he didn't have to.
Well, he did, because otherwise I'm and Gina are reading it this way.
You're wrong.
Are we now?
Yes.
Text to clarify, backhand compliment person. Make sure. And don't worry, you're anonymous
Yeah.
with the text, so tell us the truth. All right. Now that's a diss track.
No kidding.
Take that, Drake and Kendrick
Drake and
Lamar
Kendrick
in an
Lamar.
argument I don't understand.
Yeah, that's a diss track right there.
Let's not get Dave Coulier involved with Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Throw them in the middle of it.
Yeah. That song is really supposed to be about Dave Coulier.
Supposedly.
Allegedly.
From what's that show?
Full House.
Full House, yeah.
And then nothing.
And yeah.
How are you making a living nowadays, Dave Coulier?
He's doing stand-up, I think.
Still?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Wow, that's a long promo.
Is it too long?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Okay.
Let's just talk fast.
Friday's Radio from Hell show has our usual suspects: boners, Frank, Chris, Beat Gina, lots of opportunities to win prizes.
And Jimmy the Wine Guy will be here to talk booze and answer booze questions starting at 7:45.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but you're forgetting the most important thing tomorrow.
All right, the big Mother's Day contest brought to you by Harmon.
Well, yes, but I was thinking more along the lines of monkeys.
Monkeys?
Monkeys. Sean Means is going to be here to review Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Monkeys and more. Friday's Radio from Hell show here on X96.
That's fine.
I didn't seem too stupid in that one.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to make me stupid in these.
Well,
make me stupid.
All right.
Next time. You'll have more opportunities. You'll have plenty of opportunities to make me stupid.
Plenty of time.
You were confused about monkeys. That's a little stupid.
Well,
all right.
Okay.
All
right.
Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
Make me more stupid next time.